was kind of a fun little sound and intro or beginning to this next installment of, well, it's only the second technically. I encourage you, if you see anything that looks a little different in the menus that we're going through as far as profile and alliance and stuff, and especially now the channel of the Tube of You Persuasion, our community right now for a limited time. It is not Ebony TKR, it's the R5 Life with Leto. It is now, it's a life. Ebony TKR, it's a life with Otel. Super clever. My name backwards, just for a season. Watch the previous video. I connect with y'all, and we go into as to why that is. But greetings and salutations. Once again, fellow Landsradians, the High Council, all of those beyond. I love you, Pete. No. Thank you for being a part of this community. Ebony TKR, it's a life with Otel. All right? I'm just going to roll with that because that's what it is. Like I said, a limited time. And y'all are going to get something radical today. Ideal. Sorry, I burped there. Ideal land. Oh, in Ebony TKR, it's the in Ebony, the King's Return. Turn. I don't remember if I did that again. Oh, hot dog, it's been a little while since I have recorded where I had plans within plans, but they had to get sidelined for a time. The next time we get the Alliance Carnival is when we'll see what. Sorry, something's breaking here. What I had planned. Like I said, watch the previous video and you'll find out my reasoning. But other things happened instead, and I want you to be a part of this. I can't do it. I can't do it without y'all. I got to share this with you. It's essentially what I consider very exciting and a momentous occasion. Something that I have been working on for a long time, because that's what it takes. And I want us to see some things. So if you are beginning your ideal land journey, everybody drink, you will do better than me. Sorry about that. As far as getting to these milestones faster. What milestones? Our ideal land level. Okay? Scoop. Level 1. Hey, thanks. Once you get all that cleared, no power, but you get a nice little 2% construction speed. Hey, everything helps. Okay? Yeah. And then you get to level 2 eventually. And I believe level 2 required 200 points or 250 points. I don't remember. Please forgive me. You might know. Go in to see what it requires. When you go to upgrade, it will give you the ideal land points needed. Oh my gosh, it's so barren. I'll tell you why we'll go into that, but I wanted us to see this first. It's important. Oh, real quick, shout outs to all of y'all. I love y'all. Peace. No, we're not done yet. I love y'all. Thanks for continuing to toe the line, helping me come back, pulling me out of the depths, not letting me forget that you are there. I cannot thank you enough. Shout outs to y'all. Nothing specific now, but you know whose you is. I can't thank you enough. New subscribers, OGs, if you will, old GLs, old gangsta Landsradians, and the High Council Halls beyond. Y'all are great. I'm gonna kind of skadoosh beyond that, okay? But you know who I'm talking about. And I love you tons. Okay, so we looked at ideal land level 1. Hopefully you have made some progress there and you've gotten a lot of help from friends within this game to help clear those things. And you get into level 2, boom, skadoosh, you got some good power skis coming your way, and your overall buffs from ideal land what I think, skyrocket. A whole 5% on all troops attack, HP, and defense is massive, at any time in this game. But boy, howdy, you can get that as early as possible. You are going to be reaping the rewards. Construction speed goes up, and then I believe level 3 is 2,000 or 2,500. No, 1900, 1800 or 1900. Like I said, I'm not quite sure. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I was there. Big power boost again. Huge, massive boost in construction speed and all troops, HP, attack, and defense. I mean, 5 skis up every time. But you started with just the construction. Boom, boom, boom. And then you will get to level 4, which is probably the last easiest ideal land level to get to as far as the requirements for your points. Do you need me? What? No, no, I'm sorry. Okay, it's going to be a little while because they've been working on it since last night. Okay, give it some time. Okay, probably after mommy's nap. That'll be a good time to look. All right, you can go check. You can go check. Okay, all right. So I love you. You can go check. I got to work. Okay, so level 4 is a reasonably high amount of points. I think this one is somewhere around 2,500 ideal land points required. Okay, I wish you could go back and see what it actually is for the sake of, sharing these things. You can go online and look. I'm sure. I don't want to. I should do that more often beforehand, but you are where you are in your Ebony life, and you know what is required next. And I want to share with you what I think, in my humble opinion, is the most efficient way, the efficient, cost effective, and effective way of increasing your ideal land score. What would you say? Rapidly in Ebony, terms, uh, and regularly. That's good. Okay, so level 4 is a huge boost, okay, as far as your overall power level, and then you continue to see your 5% increases on all the buffs therein. That is awesome. We are getting a lot of love here. Today, my friends, now that we are 8 minutes into this video, this is what we're gonna do. Okay? Today, I was able to get what I needed finally to make this upgrade. I have already completed all of the levels of the consuming event. We've got a resource consuming event, so it's a great time to do construction. But doing this, it's as good as time as any during this event, because I want to have some of the things within the event to show, like Voyage to Civilizations, right? It's only going to help my positioning in the final standings as far as that resources consuming sprint goes. Okay, I might be able to crack the top 100 by doing this construction. Irregardless, that's not a word, by the way. I want to do it. I don't care. Okay, doing it now or doing it later doesn't really matter, but I want to do it with you all. I want to accomplish this together. Okay, so huge increase, 3.9 million essentially. Boy, that would be good to do on a power increase day, right? Let's see here. 3.9 million, we're at 1.54, so 1 point, let's see, 1 million is the 2.5, 2.5 million-ish, my math sucks, probably not right, 1.53, the 5 is 2.5 million to 4, just about, and then we've got our lovely 22% construction speed. It's a bummer, we get an increase in our construction speed buff after we do the construction, so, I mean, it's awesome, but we don't get a benefit from that for this upgrade. I mean, why would you? You gotta upgrade it, right? It's not like it knows. And then a monstrous all troops HP attack and defense. of another 5%, bringing them up to a cool 20%. 20%. More information. These are different for like the Arch of Triumph and your victory column. It just talks about kind of the historical aspect to it. There's nothing special historical about this. It's just another way in which the big Ebony machine can generate the revenue skis, which is fine, but it also adds another element which is extremely helpful to us players as far as our adding to buffage from the ideal land itself, just upgrading the building, if you will, and all of the ornaments within. Okay, step into this magnificent realm, and it's as magnificent as you want to make it or can make it, as if immersed in a dazzling era where history intertwines with the present. Oh, that is pretty epic and ideal. Experience the grandeur and vicissitudes, basking in the glory and splendor of days gone by. Oh my goodness, we got some phenomenal vocabulary here, and for the sake of me not looking like a ding dongus, I wanna look up this word which I love, and I can sort of define via context. But boy, howdy, I do not want to get it wrong. Vicissitudes, okay? This is a noun, a change of circumstance or fortune, typically one that is unwelcome or unpleasant. Uh, that's not cool. Experience the grandeur and vicissitudes. So a change of circumstances or fortune. But it's typically one that is unwelcome or unpleasant, typically. So it doesn't always mean that it is unwelcome or unpleasant. Basically, some synonyms with it are alteration, alternation, transformation, and or change. So those are good words to kind of hold on loosely. All right. And then the literary sense of vicissitudes is alternation between opposite or contrasting things. That one's not as fun, but I would like to think it's a change of circumstances or fortune. You can change it for the better, because that's what we're looking for within here, and those are the vicissitudes that we are going to grasp on. Okay, you can bet your bottom dollar. All right, basking in the glory and splendor of days gone by. That is cool. There is what I have noticed in the 500 days or so that I've been playing this game. Almost now, I'm at day 498 right now. Is the additions to the ideal land as far as the ornaments available and how often they're available and how everyone is available except for a select few as far as the champion and or rarities. Okay, the big ones, if you will, most of them cost 7 and some cost 12. We will see. All right, but when I first started playing this game, and perhaps you remember too, you would only get a certain amount that you could sort of have access to and or purchase, redeem, okay, with your golden commemorative coins, and there wasn't as much to reap, or not as many rewards to reap when it comes to quiet, love you. When it comes to what the ideal land does for you. Whoo, okay, sorry. Um, I have always been a massive advocate, if you will, a very, very outspoken supporter. I mean, yeah, I mean, I am of this game entirely, but of the ideal land, even when it wasn't perhaps as lucrative. Okay, lucrative meaning, hey, this is a place where there is potential for a lot of profit. Okay, a lot of benefit. It is perhaps sometimes high risk. Jeez Louise, high risk, you know, depending on what you want to, maybe or maybe not invest as far as the Chedachedskis, because it is an event wherein you can purchase, okay, things. Oh, resources. Resource gathering day. Hey, level 2 Poopnug. I don't know where that is. 24. Okay, so um, uh, I like how it is a regular part. It is a robust aspect of the game and what we can do with it, what we have access to, what we can purchase, redeem, if you will, more often and easier, more in a more easily. It is easier and more regular like a good bowel movement, digestive system. No, um, sorry, that's gross, but it's important. As you get older, I'm 43 now, I'll be 44 soon. Those things you might have taken for granted. Okay, I'm gonna stop. That's enough. That's enough, Leto. All right. The 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 There are more opportunities. It is quote unquote easier to contribute to your ideal land, buffaging your way to higher numbers, higher ideal land numbers. All right. I might be preaching to the choir, if you will, a nice little idiom, meaning I'm saying something y'all already know and I've said a million times over, and you're just tired of hearing it. Come on, teach us something new or just do something. Um, uh, uh, but it's important to revisit all these things because maybe we have forgotten because we have neglected it. We haven't cared. We haven't thought it to be worthwhile as far as investing in the ideal land, paying attention to it, going for things in a strategic way, honestly. All right. Because there seems to be a little return on our investment, a little a smaller ROI, return on investment, or um, um, small dividends, or delayed satisfaction. This game is about delayed satisfaction unless you have the means to be able to, regularly bring things in via a currency, spending, all right, coining, as the young people say, all right. But ideal land is something that you don't have to necessarily spend because there are more opportunities to earn those gold commemorative coins. And I don't know if the percentages have gotten better, but it seems to me, and now I might be jinxing myself because Ebony knows, that on a good amount of times, no, I wouldn't say a fairly regular basis. It's not the strangest thing in the world and the most surprising to, on your free daily journeys. Oh, I said it, everybody drink. Get a gold commemorative coin or a pile of commemorative coins. I'm getting ahead of myself because we're not looking at the event. We need to. We're going to be pretty much staying on this unless I got to throw some resource gathering out there. It's Monarch Resource Gathering Day, which I'm not necessarily going gung ho for. I've just been resource gathering, barely do anything else except for the dailies. Okay, here you will see when you go to upgrade. Of course, it'll show you all the requirements. Ideal land points reach. Womp womp. I only have 400. I have what I need to surpass this 5,000. But one of the things I want to show and go through with everyone together is how these points change based on what you're doing in your ideal land. But what sticks around, shh, I love you. Shh. Okay. Okay. All right. So, like a utopian paradise ruled and managed by you. Upgrading the ideal land grants you additional attributes and enhances its exquisite aesthetics. Some good vocabulary with the ideal land. I love the ideal land. I do. I think it's a ton of fun, and it's just cool to decorate and stuff. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Um, uh, it's fun for me. And we're not going to make it the most pretty when we get into the bee's knees, into the meat and potatoes. All right. Um, that's another idiom which means meat and potatoes. That's the hearty, big stuff that fills you up. You got your little salad, and you got a little bit of side whatever here, an amuse bouche. Then when you get to the big part of the meal, the meat and potatoes, it's what really fills you up, and it's like the good stuff. Not to say that anything else isn't, but you know what I'm saying. Idioms, I like them. They're cool, but I understand this is a very diverse community. It's becoming diverse and more diverse, and there are these things called idioms in every language. Honestly, they might not be called idioms as far as the translation goes exactly in other languages, but these idioms are sayings which don't literally mean what they are or what is being said, but they convey an idea, all right? An idea or a situation, a circumstance, which helps us understand things maybe better or maybe just have more fun in the way we communicate. I love them. Okay, so keep level 12. Wow, you can get to Ideal Land level 5 early on. Okay, this seems to be something that is easy to increase and level up as far as your keep level goes. But there are many levels to it. Okay, we're going to go to 5 today. And I think that is a huge accomplishment on my behalf. Not to say I'm great or anything, but I've really focused on this. But considering all the other players that I've met and come across, I am not judging anything, nor am I comparing anything, but I noticed that not a lot of other players have as high a ideal land points as me. So maybe this is the thing that they're going to be like, whoa, okay, I see really what is the benefit here. Not to say that they didn't, okay, I don't want to put any words in anybody's mouth, but this might be something you focus on more. Ideal land level 5, huge, boom, we're level 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 levels to this. That is nuts, okay? The amount of points required for that, I don't even know what it's going to require because getting to 5,000 has been a a Herculean task or feat. You know, he had the 5 or the 12 trials. We're not going to go into the mythology or anything, but Hercules had to do a bunch of these tasks. Anyways, it's different than the Sisyphus who had to roll a boulder up a hill, you know, every day, and then once he got the boulder to the top of the hill, it would roll down, and you have to do it all over again. So it seems like these, you know, thankless tasks that we're always doing, and there's no way to get away from them. Sorry, I digress. All right, so the amount of resources is in the billions. It was on level 4. All right, but still, this is manageable. The days 2619, 2,619 days, 21 hours. We're just going to 2,620 days. What's up, babe? You done? Okay, put it right there for now, or put it on the record player. Okay, be very careful, just so we don't accidentally sit on it or something. All right. We've got enough resources. I have been saving up for a long time. Been doing basically nothing, but like I said, gathering and such to where I just, you know, I haven't fucking constructed anything. Nothing. I mean, seriously, barely even to the as far as the barely getting in here to do any daily tasks or anything like that. I've been enjoying other things besides this game and this game for a little while. Less now, I guess you could say, was feeling like just a chore, just not, not enjoyable whatsoever. You can watch the previous video, you'll understand why. But I'm sure perhaps that a lot of us have experienced that sometime in our Ebony life. Okay, I'm trying to get my siege stuff up to level 10. I neglected it for so long, and now I love it. So no more timings on anything. I have been tanking all of my gems. I need Douglas 2 more stinking times so I can awaken him for a what do you call it, a fame quest, and then move on from that, because I did that with uh, uh, Palace already, and he has been avoiding me like the plague. Um, Douglas, I have seen everybody so many times, so many times, and the rare ones, a ton, which are the .07, which Douglas is. I only need him 2 more times. It's the last day. I haven't tried a lot in the last couple of days, anyways, but I am very close to the next milestone as far as how many gems to use for this particular event to get a bunch of rewards back in the consuming event, the sprint returns. So I'm pretty much dumping that remaining 160 grand as far as gems go into refreshing this until I get stinking Douglas 2 more times. I got to get him tonight. Otherwise, I got to wait till the next trial events. Subutai, I'm getting these new ones for the sake of having them to perhaps awaken to put in my council of state at some time, maybe. I don't know, but I kind of just want them anyways because they're cool. And plus, you want to have one of, look at that, Beast Guard twice. He's 0.07 too. He might even be lower. He's shown up twice. Okay, there's been a good variety of the generals coming through here. Like I've been Robert the Bruce twice. I'll be gosh darn, and seeing 3 times. You believe that? It is extremely rare to see some of these once, let alone twice, let alone thrice. I can't believe it. And I've been seeing a lot of them more regularly since they updated this. Let's look to see what good old Squeaky Gad was. All right. He's probably other. Is he? Is he? No, no. What? He's definitely not Japan or Korea. Definitely not American. He's got to be Europe then. Where are you, Robert? Robert, there you are. Going right by him. I don't need to do that. Here we go. He's 0.13%. Okay, so he's higher, almost double of this 0.07. But I'm telling you what, I have gotten so many King Arthurs, and today earlier when y'all weren't with me, I actually got a Martinus as well. He is the rarest of them all. Tavern on the wall. Who's the rarest of them all? I got a Martinus here, but Polygenus got him a whole bunch of times. Okay, Hannibal's been popping up left and right. Anyway. I need Douglas. I need stinking Douglas 2 more times. This guy right here. Come on, 2 more times. That's it. And he's a 0.07%. I've gotten Tutmos and Subutai more times than I can count, more times than I want. Shh. Love you guys. Please, mind the volume. Anyways, like I said, he's avoiding me like the plague. Sorry about that. It was cool for you guys to, gals, peoples to see that for just a brief moment. We're going to now transition again into the next part as far as the ideal land goes. Come on, Leto. You always promise this stuff, yet you kind of take your time to get around it. I know. Will you look at this? Will you look at this? Enhance. Enhance. I have 90. I need 150 for that last one. That's 2, because 90 plus 60 is 150. Dang it. I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them. All right. So we are going, what is this? What is this? Oh, glory. We're going to look now at the particular event. I don't have my pen. My children have stolen it. I can't really make a mental note. That's okay. I always end up watching them and putting writing stuff. Can you go get that pen for me, honey? Thank you, sweetheart. Remember, about 27 minutes, 30 seconds is when we looked at the event. Okay. Last of this 11-day event, the running of the bulls. I hope you have fared well. It's been a good one, I think, as far as what you are able to get via regular daily free spins and regular collections and new additions, so on and so forth. Like I said, I hope you fared well. There's a lot to do. I fucking checked out, and it was nice. And you know what? It's gonna be back. It's gonna be back. But Voyage to Civilizations shouldn't be hard to find. Where are you guys keeping it? Is it on the floor? Juno, do you know where my pen is? Really? Come on. Is it in? Yeah, Marita. Okay. I had like 7. Where do they all go? You doing okay, babe? Keep looking, I guess. Pen should only be in one spot. Shouldn't be on the floor in weird places. Anyways. All right. Voyage to Civilizations. Nothing has really changed here. This is what it has looked like for time immemorial as far as what I can remember, but it has been updated as far as more information, good information, access to things, because it was ambiguous, meaning not very clear. It was unclear and sometimes confusing about what is this and what is that and why are these popping up here and what is this. Before you could click on that, I love you, what? I'm sorry, bud. I'm working on this. You can't hear that. If you want to hear that, you're going to need to do it on your tablet or something and do it somewhere else. Right now in the volume in here, I need it this way. Okay? All right. So Um, Clicking on this is going to show you what the newest one is. They'll always highlight the newest one or the rarest one available. The USS Constitution being introduced during the Independence Day celebration, which I believe was last event, right? Okay, it's going to tell you what the full meal deal is as far as the max level preview. We know this, maybe you don't. Maybe it's a good reminder. Level 10 is the highest you can go on this. And I'm really going to, I think, illuminate the best way to increase your score as much as possible before you start working on getting things to higher levels. And you'll see why coming up. Are you still looking? Okay, don't worry about it. Okay. You said you're going to borrow it and then put it back. Is it on that table or in that drawer? Sorry, I get a little frustrated. Someone takes your pen, not, like, hey, can I borrow that? Yeah, here you go. And you don't get it back. Be drinking water too. Okay, so the max on each of these is going to be a march size capacity of 5,000. All right, always, pretty much. I think I'll have to check the champion ones. Here we go. You can do that now. Before, these wouldn't be here. They would only pop up if it was at the particular event, or they just didn't show them here for whatever reason. Yeah, these are all 5,000 as well. Okay, 10 and 15. These buffs are going to be scooch bigger, it appears. 10 there, 10 there, 10. Yeah, so the champions will go up to 15s on some of them as opposed to being capped at 10 on these others. Anywho, this has been streamlined. Okay, you gonna go look and try and find it for me? You're okay for 70. Juno, you gonna go look? Yeah, with a pen. Where in the flip flop and diggity doo is it? Is it? I think maybe it's on the bedstand, mom's or mine, in the room because you put it back in my room. Did you get over there? Sorry, I really want a pen. It's there. You go. What a weird spot. It was in the Barbie house. All right. I don't even remember where we were as far as that other thing though. 27:30 is when we went to the events. Okay, just little parts out. All right, so the newest one here at the top, and I love what they have done because it goes to collections, and look at how all of these are lit up. They're so lit, dude. The kids saying that still these days. All right, they are bright and highlighted and alive, vibrant. Why? Because you own them. I own them. All right, buff stacking limit 1. Yeah, of course. You can only have one of these as far as getting all the buffs. Once it's maxed to 10, dunzo. Dunzo. You can't go beyond, but who knows? They might be updating it. And I don't know. Some of my friends who have that wicked high score as far as the ideal land goes, maybe you know something I don't know. Leave it in the comments. It's good for us to teach each other. Then these that are grayed out or in the dark, they have not yet been acquired, redeemed, unlocked. All right. And then these ones are so rare, they were part of special events way back when's where you had to check off these quests in order to unlock it. Remember what we did as far as the Marine goes, that fame quest? All right. This Athena statue, Pallas Athena statue, the only way to get that, I don't know if it'll ever, oh shit, it'll ever be available again, real quick here. This is cool. I want you to know because you're looking at these like, when is that available? Well, the way that it was available was only one way. And there is a fame quest associated with it. And I think Ebony does a pretty ding dang good job of reintroducing these past rarities, past events, at least something from them in something like the Alliance Carnival for you to be able to finally acquire it. Okay, let's look at the fames here. We go to Age of Splendor. Okay, if you go to the limited, you go to Heavenly Fire Inheritance, 2 of 4, right? The Greatness of Kleos. Upgrade 4 specialties of Historic General Kleos to max level. Well, you got to get Kleos. I've not seen him available at all since I've been playing this game. But we're going to talk about something where maybe you can get super lucky and get him. And this Athens Temple. All right. I don't know if it was as difficult to acquire the Athens Temple like it is now with the special castle decorations from like a the Starry Pilgrimage event, and like our most recent one. Triumphal Celebration 2026, but this is what it was kind of a part of way back when. But they were split into two. I'm not going to go into that. Wise and Brave Chiron, all right? Spiritual Beast Chiron. He must have been new during this particular event. Ascend General Palace to star level 10. I just completed that. Palace sticks around, and they're usually a companion general, right? See that Lorenzo and Nicolo? All right. Presley O'Bannon and Irene Darno. All right. And then Palace's companion, she was the regular one to get, and the rarer one to get, usually via spending, all right, or getting lucky with those chests, was Kleos. All right. If you got these 4 Shubloips, you unlock this package, and there it is, the Pallas Athena statue. That's the only place to get it, unless they make it somewhere purchasable with like a rare gold helmet or the carnival masks. Sometimes they do that. Every now and then, I have seen maybe once or twice, and I can't remember which ones, forgive me, as far as ornaments go, they will pop up as being able to get again just by having enough gold commemorative coins. That is really cool because it helps with these. A time-worn statue represents majesty and strength, drawing people to explore her past glories. Yeah. And these are not upgradable as far as I know. Let's take a look in a book at the event again. All right, here we go. Let's clickety-clack on that, and then we'll look at Pallas Athena. It just says the same thing, but these will either unlock a fame quest, an emblem, but I believe they also have some sort of buff associated with them. Why do I think that and believe that? Well, I have got one here. I don't even remember how I got this as far as this carriage goes, but notice how it's blue. Your shirt is blue. It is blue. Okay? See, this Fountain of the Gods here, that one's blue, but there is this Fountain of the Gods. I don't know when or if it's going to be available. This one here is blue, and there is one little buff to it. It all helps. I love it. And it's worth ideal land points. I don't remember how I got it. I don't know how we'll get any of these other blue ones, but be on the lookout because they show up sometimes. And if they do, I'll show you. I'll be like, yo, go get it. All right. Napoleon Cannon. That was during the Napoleon Prime event. Okay. Gladiator's Crown. Believe that was during Narcissus and not Melisande, that was Gunther. Narcissus and his awesome, beautiful counterpart there, who was also aground. I forget her name. Oh my gosh, I'm so silly. We've got the Shadow of Midgard, which was Ragnar and Sigurd. Okay. Tower of Ravens. That was Melisande. Okay, I need a booger. Sorry, and Gunther. All right, way back when. And yeah, like I said, Palace and Kleos. And then this one, I don't know. Maybe you can go look through your fame quest to see where that unlocks. I think I did. I'm not going to go back in there. But look, this one also has 500 minus 2%. Now, these ones, when you click them, they should show something. I would assume that they have at least a value as far as the ideal lands points go. I don't know about buffs. Let's not worry about it too much. But like I said, everything is highlighted and vibrant as far as what you own. Okay, you can click through them and see what their max level previews are. You can press information on it. It will tell you about the altar of burning passion standing at the heart of the Flame Festival Carnival. Carries the passionate rhythms of a long tradition. There's a Flame Festival regularly, and this one came out during one of those way back when. But I don't know if you've noticed, but I have. There have been so many new ones regularly. I love it. Yes. Okay. The last new champion was Violante for our 9th anniversary celebration. And the Altar of the Fatherland, or the Notre Dame du Paris, was other ones. But a new champion was introduced, and I love that. All right, this one here, Surtur's Throne, that was probably Ragnar and Sigurd, because Surtur is the one who starts Ragnarok, and he destroys Asgard. All right, the end of the world, but it's a new beginning. Anyways, Let's see here. The Celestial Globe. That was, I think, Starry Pilgrimage with Hermes and Artemis. All right. We had way back when, actually a year ago now, this Running Bull Revelry. This is when the last running of the Bull events happened. We had Gonzalo, and there was a new castle decoration for that. All right. So all of these things, these Ideal Land ornaments came out at a particular event. We've got this one for an Easter event that was, well beyond this Easter event. And then this one was one for one of the Flame festivals. I think Akechi, the new one of the ground generals. He was the general to get there. I don't remember. Sirius Right. That was during the Starry Pilgrimage 2026. It's got Land of Rhine. That was Romulus and Hercilia's triumphal celebration. Okay, wait, Land of Rhine. Nope, nope. I'm sorry. Land of Rhine was Gunther and Melisande. The Arch of Triumph um, was Romulus and Hercilia. I don't know why I'm telling you this. It's fun. It's neat. Maybe it helps as far as, wow, that's where it was from. Okay. Oh, here we go. Guide of the Dead. That was Heavenly Fire. Okay. This is during one of our carnival events. So, yes, special events have them, but regularly after a couple of events, maybe 2 or 3, okay, we will see a new one introduced. That bodes well for us because it's more opportunities to acquire these valuable Ideal Land ornaments, increase our uh, which increase our Ideal Land score, which we need to. Wow, that was kind of a low one. Interesting. Which we need to increase our Ideal Land level. Yes, and we need to make more room in our Ideal Land so we can add more ornaments and continue to add to our buffage. Let's see who we have. One more time, I always go for one of the epic ones, and then I go to something else. We are bound to get very soon. I could feel it. Maybe a couple hours before I started recording it, I got a Douglas, and I was like, yeah, it was the first one I had seen go through here in 4 days. I mean, I'm like, it's bound to happen. I think I needed 4 of them when this event started, maybe 5, and now, damn it, now I'm down to just 2, and it's killing me. Level 18 Corey. Let's go send someone out again. That one's exploring. Corey, that one's good. All right. Where did I go? Is a level 12? Well, oh, there's level 17 here. We'll just do that since it's available. Gathering, 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 go. Okay, so the event page again. All right, VIPs. The event page again. That's all this. Press information. Okay, super cool stuff telling you about whatever. I know that there is some added stuff there. Okay, which is great. But we're kind of familiar. If you're not, go read this. It does do a good job as far as, hey, what are you in for? All right. But hopefully you get lucky. And I have gotten pretty dang lucky. Hopefully that luck continues because this U.S. Constitution, which was introduced last event and is here again, I got it 3 times. 3 times, not redeeming with coins. So sorry. 3 times from either the free daily or, oh, you know what? I got a double coupon. I'm going to do the $10 one. And then doing it again 3 times. That is such a huge benefit to get this one multiple times like that, because I will show you how the leveling up works and how the points go along with it. And it's so helpful to, I mean, of course, to get these for free, but in order to level them up and still benefit for the most points, getting those is amazing. I hope you got lucky too. I can't believe it. I've gotten it so many times. We want the pile of gold. I love you. Quiet. The pile of golden commemorative coins. Why? That's a great percentage too. 3.6%. Why? Because they're worth 5. I don't know why they're a pile. I think that looks cooler than 5 or times 5, right? It's a pile. Then you open it and forgive me for not saving any. Sorry, I need a drink. Or at least I want one. All right. The percentages for other things are lower, which is great too. 1.2, 1.2. All of these being 3.6. And then, of course, the ones that we don't want as much, but these 1 million, resources times 10 being 6%, those happen regularly. I tell you what, the one that I hate the most, and it seems like I get a fair amount of times, but like I said, I've been lucky, is this stupid 2K general experience times 5, 10,000 general experience. Hey, it's free, everything helps, right? But we got a great percentage on one golden commemorative coin. That is great, 6%, just as high as these resources. I hope you fare well. You get one free every day. That's 11 per event. You can't save them up, okay? You can't save up your daily free. You got to use it or lose it, all right? It won't go towards your counter here as far as the golden ship wheels. You've got to use it for free. The only way to acquire 10 is by purchasing some of the packages, and they're worth purchasing if you're just doing little bit for the event, or if you're dumping a whole lot of money cash in one event. The Voyage to Civilization is a very good package to invest in, not just because of the potential of getting these ideal land ornaments, but because of how valuable and high the ROI is, your return on your investment. Okay, so percentages are awesome. It's been a long time since I've compared it, and I don't even know if those have been improved, but it just feels like it's more generous. I hope I didn't jinx myself. I don't really believe in that, but if you talk too much about how good things are, maybe you don't get to experience it very much. If you clickety clack this book, Shubloips, it's cool. You get to see all this stuff too. It's pretty, pretty, pretty. But the information is great because it gives you the percentages. All right, drinking water, okay, girls, boy. All right, so here we go. There is also a quest rewards associated with it. So per each event for the 11 days, you will at least earn yourself 2 free golden ship voyages. Now those do stack, okay? But you use your free one and then it will go into the ones you have in your inventory. And you're going to have to buy to get that 20 or that 50, all right? I've done 63. So, obviously, I have purchased a couple of packages. $10, a triple coupon here and there because I had to cancel. I believed it was the right thing to cancel the Caesar skin based on the situation that we were all in, especially me. Okay, I just didn't think it was appropriate to make that big of a presence as far as purchases go. Gonna have to wait for the next time. Slowly but surely you earn a little bit more, right? So 1, 1, and 1, 5, 10, and 20, that's 3. And then once you hit 50, which is going to be, $30 triple coupon here, double coupon here maybe, to get those. Because if you stack these 1, 2, 3, okay, and then you've got 3 in the pocket, and then you triple coupon 1, $10, that's 9 more. So 9 is 3 is 12, and then you can triple again to get 9 more, and that's 21. All right, so you're kind of adding to this, which adds to this, and you will get your free ones, which is 11, that's 31. In order to get 50, you're going to have to triple coupon a couple 10s and double a coupon a couple of them too, so at least 40 bucks. We can do the math if you're really interested, but it's good to know, but those 11 free really help, okay? And then once you get to that 100 mark, all right, then you're really bringing in some bigger chunks of these. But it looks like it caps out at 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. 700, yeah, at 10. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So every 100 beyond that is going to get you 10 more. And the $100 package, let's go look at them, is really extremely valuable. Look at that return, that extra 92,000% return. That is huge. We love it because if you triple it, you get 90 golden ship wheels. That's 9 10 voyages. Now, I have done this before and gotten what I feel like was hosed, homered, not a good skadooshed, and not had a good return as far as the golden commemorative coins. It just weren't falling my way. Now, I did get one of the ornaments from those spins or those voyages, but what I consider not very much for that many voyages, as far as the golden commemorative coins. But I've raked them in before and gotten like 70. It's nuts. Okay. I hope you fare well. But look at this. Tons of gems. It's great when we got a Epic Historic General Premium. Tickets, please. All right. Tons of Merit Jade Golden Twigs. I love it when we have Golden Dragon coins. My biggest bummer here is that we don't have any ruby necklaces with it. That's my only, like, oh, I wish I got ruby necklaces too. A massive amount of Blood of Ares. 90 is a lot. 90 is a lot, honestly. You get 70 in the event package, $100, right? Where are you? 70. In this one, of course, you get some other really good stuff in there. All right, it evens out, and it's that one's more valuable, if you will. This one you get 90, and that's massive. 12 is the most you can get, even in the optional chest. Okay, you get Blazon's chest with it. You don't have to optional that. All right, dragon crystals, art treasure scrolls. You get all of the good things except ruby necklaces, in my humble opinion, and you get a large amount of them. A lot, and that Monarch XP is huge. And this one has Source of Life, baby. This is a great package, one of the best, with the best returns because you're voyaging and you're getting good items back, irregardless, not a word by the way, but also the potential of all those ornaments. Tons of stuff. I love this package. It's always worth triple couponing. If you've got that to spend on one event, and boom. All right. You don't know what to do. You're going to start investing in your ideal land. And the Voyage to Civilization package is awesome because of the potential for the ornaments, but also everything in it. 5,500 of refining stones, 480 tactic trolls. I'm telling you, 480 there. I mean, I just got to do a comparison. The level 5, you triple this and you can select the tactic trolls. 430. That is more than the other, but you got to select the research stone instead of the tactic scrolls. These are optional. 240 is the same, but it's either rune stone, refining stone, material bags, or construction. Okay? These are optional, but in these 4 options, you get to choose 2 of the 4. I always go runestone, refining stone. Okay, I always go excellent dragon coins. I always go ruby necklaces. Oh, 30 is the most. 12 is for the $50, I guess. Okay, 1,080,000,000. You get a 1,150,000,000 in the Voyage. You get these. You get these. You get these. You don't get those. You get these. You get these. You get these. You don't get those, but you get 24 hours, 400 of the 24 hours alone. That's awesome. You get these, you get these. You don't get those, you don't get these, you don't get that. You don't get these, but you do get dragon's crystals. All right. This is a great package, of course, because there are the rarities here, and you got all this other stuff too. It's huge, especially the meteoric stone. Don't get me started. Plus the subordinate city clues, but I hope that you can see why I am excited always about this one. 90 gold ship wheels. It's probably the best as far as any event goes where the items they give you to participate in the event get you really close and nail you so many of these quests. So many other events, you have to purchase so many to hit these quest milestones. Voyage to Civilizations, 90. So you are 10 away, boom, right here. You get 11 free. So if you get a triple coupon on the 99.99, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're getting 11. 11. You triple and you do your 11 free. You're getting 11 of the golden ship wheels back, plus some other items. Whoopity-doo! All right. So you're spinning 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 9 times. You save all the ship wheels you get because you're only going to get 3, 1, 1, and 1. You're going to get 6 back. Don't use those. Save them because you have 6 4 days into the event, 1 free every day. That is going to equal 10. Oh shit. Sorry, not on those. The 10 more, you got to survive for 10 days without using those ship wheels because you only have 6 in your inventory if you don't buy any more. You following me? You buy the 99.99, you triple it. You get 90 voyages. You click that 10 9 times. You satisfy 1, 2, 3, 4 quests, which gets you 3, 4, 5, and 6 golden ship wheels back. You've used 90, you have 6 in your inventory. Do not use them one at a time. You wait and do your free one every day. And when you get to the 10th day and use your 10th free one, skadoosh, you hit your 100 voyage quest, which gives you 5 more golden ship wheels. How many does that give us in our inventory now? 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. You've got 11. So, since you were patient, you save them. You don't do one at a time, which gives you worse RNG, random numbers. It's going. You want to do 10, so that 3.9% of getting that pile, all right, of golden commemorative coins, or 5.9% of one golden commemorative coin. You got another 10 to go. Skadoosh, you spin. You've spun 110 times now. You are 90 away from doing 200. Hey, you want to invest in the ideal land this event, you are at 110 because you bought 90, you saved up and got the free to get to 10. You've got 10 more, which is going to give you 110. You triple coupon another hundo and you get 90 more. That 90, that you go 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 9 times, boom, that puts you at 200 times, and you get 10 more golden ship wheels back. Plus, you've got one more day for free. You've got one of these left over because you had 11 going into this day here. You see what I'm saying? How valuable that $100 package is if that's in your budget with your triple coupons. Triple coupon twice, wait 10 days to get your free, to keep doing it 10 at a time. You're going to clear 200 voyages, thus getting a total of 221 voyages. 11 out of 10, at least 221. I'm not going to go into any more. At least 221. That is amazing. That is so much back on 2 of the packages with 2 triple coupons. You get 4 free because you spent 200 bones or whatever your currency is. You get another triple coupon back from that level 3 cake in the King's Party. Go triple another one. You're over 300 now, and you have got 10 more. You are rolling at 331 at least. 331. You've got another triple coupon you save from the 8 days. You're gonna throw down 300 bone skis on this event. Why not? If that's in your budget. Triple coupon, thrice, $99.99. Save for 10 days to do it 10 at once, or you can use them. It doesn't matter because you're going to get the same amount. You got to do it at 10. It's way better. And you're going to clear 400 times. You have damn near gone on 450 voyages. That is a lot as far as the chance to score a ton of commemorative coins. That, my friends, is going to be the best, quickest way to get a ton of commemorative coins back and increase your ideal land score a lot. Potentially, it's RNG. Okay, it's never guaranteed, but that is so many chances to add to your ideal land score in Ornament Gallery. All right, even with one of these. All right, huge. Super good, super valuable, so much good stuff. Incredible package, triple couponing it, even double if you've tripled everywhere else. Double is still good. Of course, it's going to take you a little while to get to those big milestones, okay? But say your budget's 50 bucks. I would, in my humble opinion, use all your triple coupons on this one. You're not going to get the fourth free from getting the spending 200 to get that triple coupon from the third level of the cake. That's okay, because you still triple coupon this $10 one 3 times. That's 9 times 3. How many is that? 9 times 3, 18, 27, I think. You get 27. 11 free, that's 38. All right, 38. What are we doing as far as our quests go? We've got 38. We've triple couponed once on a $10. No, thrice. So 30 bucks, triple coupon, 27 plus the 11. That's 38. We hit our milestones of one more here. That's 39. One more here. That's 40. We have done our 20 times. That's 41. We've got 41. We're 9 away from the 50 times. If you want those extra 3, you're going to have to either work to get that triple coupon by spending 200 bones elsewhere, or you can double coupon another 2 times to get 6 each 10. That makes sense? Because you get 3 here, doubling it is 6. So you'd need to buy 2 to get 12. That's going to put you over the 50 mark, and you're still spinning a lot of times. Woo! I hope that benefited you. I hope that helped. But you can see that I did the triple coupon action a couple of times here because I have gone on 63 voyages, and I did pretty darn well with all of these by going 10 at a time. But a few of them, of course, the free one every day, but then a few of them, I think I had 4 or 5 left. Well, let's look at here. 63, I had 3 singles left, essentially. Maybe 4 because there are 11 days. Anyway, and I think I made out with, I know it was over 20 at least 20 commemorative coins, and I got the U.S. Constitution one time. All right, and that was awesome. Whew! That's the package rundown. It's extremely valuable both ways. This one too, you get all the other stuff at a lower amount, of course. Great with coupons if your budget is much smaller, okay? And you're going to have to do the math a little bit, differently if you want to hit those milestones in the cheapest way possible. But tripling these to get 9 at a time, twice to get 18 free. You feel me? You're going to get a couple of chances, 3 chances maybe, if you do it right, to roll or go on 10 voyages 3 times. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, yeah, see? All right, that's the package shenanigans. All right, we went over the information as far as what you get and the percentages. We went over the new gallery and how it looks and how convenient and helpful it is here. Okay, we talked about some of the rarities that show up every now and then. All right, and how you might not want to miss those opportunities, especially pay attention to this when it goes red. All right, highly recommend you save up commemorative coins till you have them in increments of at least 14, so you can I'm going to get 2 of these 7s, or I'm going to get one of these 12s because it showed up, because the champions cost 12 commemorative coins as opposed to the limited being 7. That's important. We talked about the voyage progress and how the quests factor in, and how you can plan purchases with coupons to hit these milestones better whilst compiling up those quest voyages over the course of 10 days. Now, what I want to go into is this Ornament Gallery, which is a new feature of the Ideal Land and the Voyage to Civilizations that was introduced, maybe at the beginning of the year. I don't remember. Please don't quote me on that. I didn't save that one, but it has been some time where this is a commonplace, if you will, or we're used to it. If not, pay attention. This is cool. You want this. This is what's making the Ideal Land even more valuable. And that's what shows Ebony being good at marketing, helping their players, their consumer, plus the free to plays with all the free opportunities. All right. the tiered monarch events. Tiered monarch, and depending on, sorry, your bracket or your group, you can regularly get those lottery chests, which have a 25% chance of getting golden commemorative coins regularly for free. I highly recommend you save them up. Be patient. That's what you need to with the ideal land. And you can really make your ideal land explode. Plus, some of the battlefields, I'm certain some of the battlefields, I don't know which one. I always think it's Guagamela, but it changed. It looks like there's a card pack in Constantinople, and Guagamela has badges. We don't even think of badges. We do need the badges. I always forget. No, go. No! Did you buy that? Okay. Well, you might have had. You didn't. You can't buy it. Okay, good. Okay, sorry, bud. Didn't mean to freak out. Okay, when it pulls up something that costs Robux, you need to go up to that X in the corner and exit out. Don't. Good job, buddy. Thank you. Good job. All right. So yes, here it goes. Now it's showing us just our owned. You can click on them. It doesn't give you the stats, but it's showing the owned. And what I like is that it's showing you the level that you have of these ornaments. This, my friends, is very helpful. Why? These levels. These levels are so important to pay attention to. Why? 105.45, I'll say. Levels of ornaments. This is so important, and this is what really contributes to the efficiency and the best way, in my humble opinion, to increase your ideal land score the fastest. Okay? The levels. You want to, here's the flat, this is what you want to do if you're rolling the Leto way. You want to only redeem or buy 2 of each ornament until you have them all. Okay? You only want to buy 2. Why, Leto? We are going to look at how each of these scores and contributes to your ideal land score. That is so important. Level 1, which only gets you 250 march size increase. I understand. That's not a lot. Why do it? I will show you why. Level 1, you place it. Of course, you only need a 1. To get it to level 2, you only need to redeem it 1 more time. And when you do, you start the buffs, the second buff. See, you get 250 for level 1, but when you up it to level 2, you start the second buff. It's not maxed at 5, but you start the second buff, and you're seeing more of these ornaments do things for you, pay bigger dividends. Plus, you increase this another 250 march size capacity. Okay, we got that so far, right? Good. Ooh, this is telling me what I actually have. Oh, this is good. But I want to look at, damn it, son of a bitch. Where was I on that menu? Was it here? No. I want to look at that. Oh, Ornament Gallery. Okay. So you'll notice some of mine are at higher levels than 2. Why, Leto? You're telling me to go to level 2 only. Some of these, like this egg, I was able to get to level 3 because I got one for free in the Voyage. Thus, I didn't have to redeem 2 14 coins to get the 2 I needed to level it up to level 3. I hope that's clearer than mud, but I will show you more examples of that. You buy 1 and you get the 250 and you get 50 ideal land points. You redeem another one and you open it, and then you use it on here to increase or upgrade, and you get 250 more march size capacity, and that second buff starts. Plus, you get another 50 ideal land points. So each of these level 2 equals 100 points. That's important. 100 points, you only redeemed them a total of 2 times, thus each of these cost 14 coins, potentially. Some of them I got for free from the rolls, okay? But that is the least expensive way to get the most points from the beginning of each ornament. This level 7 is one where I made some mistakes, what I consider, in my earlier ideal land life and Ebony life, and I was learning. Okay, it's good to have a level 7, and I'll show you the. Sorry about that. I'll show you the buffs on that, but it was inefficient for me to go to level 7 with this one. What I should have done is gotten more ornaments at level 2. Okay, and I'll give you examples. This level 3, I got one free. This one, I got 3 free over the course of these 2 events. That's awesome, okay? Some of these did cost me 14 coins. Some of them, I got 1 from the free roll and only had to redeem. I'm not going to go over that. Ooh, look at this one. I got level 1 on that. I used the last of my 7 coins that I had to get this last one for 50 points to put me over the 5,000 mark. So eventually I'll get another one to get another 50 points and start the second buff. This level 4, I spent my coins the wrong way. Why? Because there's a fame quest to get the House of Invalids up to level 10. And I was going for it. But then I realized, what am I doing? I'm not scoring the points I should. See, this level 2, right? That's worth 100. So a level 4, that should be worth what? Another level is going to be what, 50? Another 100, so that should be worth at least 300, right? Or 350. It's not, and I'll show you why. Okay, and that's the trap or the tripping point of the ideal land and not increasing your score as fast and as best as you can. That might not have made sense, but a level 2 is worth 100 points. So 2 plus 2 is 4. This should be worth 200 points. We're going to look to see how many ideal land points a level 4 is worth and a level 7 to see, whoa, is this math adding up, or as the young people say, is this mathing correctly? They probably don't say correctly. That's too proper and sophisticated. Yes. They just say the math not be mathing. Okay? So level 2s, level 2s, level 4. Oh, look, we got another level 4 here. Level 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. All right. Eventually, you're going to want to increase those, right? Of course. Here we have another level. No, I don't. I have one level 7. I was really gung-ho about this because of the mounted buffs, and there weren't as many ornaments available then. This one here, the Wine Parade, I got 1 or 2. I got 1 for free during Wine Parade. There were 2 castle decorations there, one with the beer and one with wine. Very, very cool. Very, very pretty. All right, pretty. And then, yes, anyway. So I developed my strategery, and I was like, you know what? 2 at a time. 100 here, 100 here. Okay? So these are a lot of points. Yes, they're low level, but now I have enough points to upgrade my ideal land. And now, eventually, I'll be able to increase these levels higher to 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we want to. Why? Collection bonus. Okay? I'm not going to read all of this. When defending. Debuffs. Tons of debuffs, and now I'm starting attacking ground troop defense and mounted troop HP plus 10% buffs. Tons of debuffs. Okay? Siege HP, mounted troop HP, siege attack, range attack. Good flip-flopping diggity-dang debuffs. Click on this, and you're going to see your status on collection bonuses, which are more milestone quests. You want as many ornaments as you can get at the highest value. That's 2 of each. So you use one and you upgrade it once to make it worth 100 ideal land points, 500 march size capacity increase, plus you start the second buff. Okay? That's the best return on a minimum investment. Points and buff ways. Then you will get to these milestones of how many ornaments you own faster. Don't worry about them being high levels because a ton of low level ones give you really good buffs. Okay? These are ones where you own 5 level 3 ornaments. Those are going to be more difficult. You'll do those more later. All right? I think these are more valuable because you get a bunch of coins back. Here you get a few art treasure scrolls, which are really helpful, you know, and some construction speed ups. But 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10s, 5s, and it stops at 40. So when you own 40, when you get to the owning 40, and you brought all of them up to level 2, 40 times 100, that's 4,000 points. It takes time. It's possible. Hopefully you get some free ones during the events and the free spins. Okay, it will happen. Stick to it. When you get 40, you've got 4,000 points because each one is worth at least 100. You get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40 more gold commemorative points. Shh, I love you. Honey, drink some water. Go eat something again. Okay. Brush your hair. Come on, babe. All right. Love you. Sorry you're bored. You can check the Xbox again to see if it's fixed if you want. All right, so 40 more gold commemorative coins, a ton of debuffs and buffs on top of the buffs and debuffs that you may or may not be starting in your ideal land ornament. Point total of 4,000 at least, where you can get, I know for a fact, you can get to level 4 of your ideal land, which is going to give you 17% construction speed bonus and all troops attack, HP, and defense of 15%. Do you see how huge and how amazing the ideal land is, can be, will be for you because we're doing this together, right? Yeah, look at these other buffs. I can't wait to get them. Matted HP, defense, enemy. Oh, just 20. Already got that one. Oh, those other ones I have. Attacking troop, attacking range, attacking siege. These are amazing. 30% buffs. These are just gargantuan as far as what they are going to give you in return when you commit to this. Holy cow, 30 level 10s. I mean, we're getting to all troops attack and defense and stuff. Oh, yeah, yeah, go ahead. All right, this collection gallery, ornament gallery, is amazing. It gives you a nice look at what you have. That's super helpful. Yeah, you got to take a break from that though. You can't touch it while you're eating, okay? And I want you to eat some. Why don't you, eat at the table downstairs or something? Get some water. I haven't seen you guys with any water out here. I don't even know if you're taking any any breaks for that. Yeah, get an applesauce and get, like a chip or something, okay? All right. Sorry, kiddos. Uh, uh, but yeah, help yourselves. You guys are cool. I will help if you need me, okay? But you got to come get my attention. All right. So there is that. And we even get to see our not owned, which is cool. It's like, those are the ones I'm going to go for them. Limited. All right. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that right? 5, 10? Yeah, 13. Yeah. Okay. Get what you need. All right. All right, so 13 left. I'm going to get these to level 2. That's going to be 1,300 more points plus all the extra buffs. If we're saying that there are at least 500 march size capacity, 13 times 5, that's 13 times 5. Geez, Louise. 500 times 13, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. 6,500 more as far as our march size capacity, and then who knows what other buffs they're going with it. All right, they have a bunch of different ones. That is awesome. I'm clicking these off and getting more back, thus going on more trips, thus kicking more booty. See, this won't click because I own all of those. That's why that's there. Don't get nervous. All right, more information. That's neato. We went over the ornament gallery. That's the next step in this. Don't worry, we are going to do some construction. I will do bookmarks like I always do. It might take me a little while to get these on and uploaded because I'm taking my sweet ass time and just not worrying about too much. But Voyage to Civs, quests, ornament gallery, percentages, information. You know, a nice crafty way of getting the most out of it with those milestone quest rewards. Okay, we looked at the packages ad nauseum, if you will, because I'm super passionate about, you know, coupons and wheeling and dealing. 1238. I didn't forget to do that. You should be doing some of this soon. Hey, uh, sorry if this is going hog wild, if you will. Still getting a screen tear, but it's okay. I don't think y'all can actually see it as much as I can. All right. I'm just going to look out here. There's not so many things being timed this time, but uh-oh, we might need to take a Poseidon rate. Yep. Just got to keep adding to it. I got 8 of the rare, you know, fucking places, fishing spots. I actually think those are a little harder to do because there's so much there. They're harder to get to the bottom, but I have a lot of the special items. I only, damn it, I only have uh, 2 more things to do to complete the catalog. I haven't completed the catalog in a while because I just, I just don't give a rat's patoots sometimes, you know. It's like as long as I place well and I get some covenant stones back when it's all said and done, I'm happy. The stuff is really good as far as what you get when you complete the what do you call it? Man, I'm getting so much cockadoodie on the when you complete the catalog. Sorry, I'm stumbling over myself. Hard to keep track of all my thoughts here. Um, uh, but I let things kind of expire on this because boy, oh boy, you know, the Aunt Jemima's spatula and the beard of Zeus and Hephaestus's hammer. Does this thing just get to be a goddamn chore? All right, 3 more. Everything's worthless going up here as far as 1 or 2 fishing points. So, man, I'm going to try and make it up here to get a sturgeon or a grouper because those are worth 2 at least. It's the higher value of the lower value poop. And let's get the starfish just to be finished. I think that one's worth 2 as well. Yeah, it is. All right, see, those are dookies. All right, over 3,000 is a really good score. All right, got so many of those. Let's go ahead and use those. I hate it. There's 1 stinking runestone at a time. But like I said, I've got some of the rare ones with a ton of these. We're going to try and complete the catalog. I haven't seen those things show up. It's been pissing me off, actually. Sorry, I started to mumble there. All right, all right. Where are we going? That's 40, 24. We're good. I don't want to worry about, fuck it. Let's just go ahead and send somebody there. Okay. We're going to go back to the event page. Why, Leto? Why we go over it? Because, hey, didn't I say that that was going to be popping up soon? Yeah. All right, all right. We're going to go back to the event page because we need to look at the redeem menu. It has been revamped as well. We had an update that talked about how they were making it more streamlined. The user interface was going to be better for us, and it really is. Because one of the things I hated doing was not remembering or not knowing what level or what ornament I had already to thus redeem the one I wanted to stay on track with my, oh my God, there is nothing coming back, to stay on track with my getting 2 of each to get the 100 points in the beginning of the second buff. This is one of the longest times I've seen without an epic historic general. And I don't know whether or not it's because I'm clicking both of the boxes, you know. I don't, these little, oh, Charles the Great. Ah, well. Okay, we tried. We're going for Douglas. Remember? Oh, did they renew this one? No, we're at the beginning of it. 2 o'clock is when that one's going to go. All right, no other times here. We're going back to the Voyage. We need to go to redeem. All right, I have 1 coin left. Whoopity doo! I will be saving and hopefully getting more free over the next events, plus the tiered monarchs to collect the last 13. All right, 2 of them each, 7 apiece, so 14 times 13. Oh, the math. Somewhere over. You know what? We got. I got to know this. We're in here. When in the Landsrat and everywhere else, this is what we do. 13 times 14. In order for me to complete the collection, if you will, to get all of the remaining, to get as many points as I can initially, showboys, I need 182 more coins. That's a lot. It's possible, slowly but surely. Everything helps, and it's awesome once you go. Look at this. I love it. You will see that there is a total of 31 that you can redeem. Why? Why is it 31? Well, I think y'all are pretty savvy and smart and sharp and adroit individuals. Okay? 31 is how many times you need to get one of these or redeem one of these ornaments in order to bring it to level 10. 31 times. All right, so 31 times, if you're getting it 31 times, that's 31 times 50 points, right? Because it's 50 points per. Whoa! 1,550. No, that is not the way the cookie crumbles. It does not equate 50 per each that you use and or get. I'm reminding us again because this is important as to why we are limiting our redemption at 2 max. Unless you get lucky and get a couple free, and you only need to redeem one more to get that next level. I'll show you an example of that when we get there. It is not worth 1,550 because 31 times is each one's 50. They're not always each worth 50 points. Brutal. Okay? 50 points, level 4, so that's 4 times, right? Should be 200 points. Well, it didn't take me 4 only. When you level these up, it increases the amount required, like everything, ascending general and all that skadoosh, you know, upgrading buildings. It's not the same price every time, but 31 times is what you need in order to max it out. I have never gone balls to the wall 31 times all at once. One of these days when I have all the rest of them, all right? But look, I love this. It's so convenient. It tells you whether or not you own it, and it tells you what level it is. This is helpful because you're going to write down in your notes the Leto way, the crazy Leto rabbit hole madman way is getting each one only twice. Thus, you want to see all of these. Uh-oh, we're missing one at level 2. Okay? And then we'll bring the rest up. And you can prioritize what you want as far as the buffs go. I tried to get all the mounted troop buffs I could. All right? I don't always get them immediately. Look, see, there's a third buff for them. Shkadoosh. All right, march size keeps increasing. The second buff will keep increasing until it's maxed, but eventually, I believe at level 4 is when you start the third buff, and then it gradually increases as well. So let's look to see what I have at level 4. Well, level 7 is probably the best as far as this one goes. I got this because of the attacking mounted troop attack plus 10. I'm at level 7. Okay, I've got a high attack buff on that, plus a pretty high march size capacity, plus, you got it? Careful. Plus, I have started the very helpful ground troop HP debuff, okay? We'll see how much that is worth, and it's nice in the ideal land. It gives you all of the levels in each of, careful, all of the buffs therein, all right? So that's all I'm going to show you here. It tells you what level it is. It tells you if you own it. That's super convenient. You're only getting each one twice until you have them all, and then you'll level them up from there because you get the most value from having one of each leveled to level 2 because they're worth 100 points, and you get the second buff activated. That's committed to memory, right? The next one I'll get is one of these. So I can start my ground defense debuff, okay? And then I'll move on to the next one. Some of these are so old, they're really ugly. In my humble opinion, or sorry, I don't mean to be so harsh. Like, look, sorry, I don't mean to point it out. This windmill, oh, it's so ugly. I'm going to get that last. Even though I like this ground trooper, mounted troop defense, it's not pretty. I want to get the prettier ones first. And that's just because of where it was in the ideal land lifespan. All right, these are the older ones, but these are buffs that I like. And notice these buffs aren't as high as the newer ones. So the buffs eventually got better. Okay, champion. Yeah, big debuff, range troop attack. Oh, big range troop HP debuff here. Oh, yeah, I like that attacking and ground troop managed attack. Yeah, attacking ground troop. These are good. I love them. We don't need to go over them. Standards. What are standards? Well, these are the things that you get automatically These, we'll look in there. Not everything here is built the same and or created equally in the ideal land creation. Who would have done that? I don't know. Zeus or Saturn? No, Jupiter. Saturn was Kronos. Anyways, in Roman mythology, Jupiter. All right. Some of these are not worth anything. They just help pretty it up. But some of them are worth ideal land points, and we'll look at that. But those are the standards. Okay. We went over the limit, we went over the champion, went over our inventory, we looked at what we saw as there this goes. You are going to help yourself with the ideal land, the buffs therein, and look cool, feel cool, and just continue to plug along, kick some butt, whether free to play or investing a little bit here and there per events, depending on how much your budget is and what coupons you have available. You are never going to. I want to raise your left hand, as I adhere to the left hand path. All right. And you know, do some kind of cool, up the irons, Iron Maiden, yeah. You will never, ever, ever, I swears upon the Iron Maiden's never the beast and Peace of Mind, which has the Trooper, the greatest heavy metal song of all time, in my humble opinion. All right, just the sweetest riff. All right, by Janet Gers. Anyways, all right, Steve Harris wrote all the music and the lyrics. He's amazing. He's the bass player though. Okay, you're never ever going. Do you wash your hands, bud? Did you wash your hands? You the man. Good job. You're never going to redeem anything below. You're going to save until you can get an ideal land ornament. When I first started doing this, I was like, ooh, yeah, I like the Blood of Ares. You got to hold down the little PlayStation button in the. There you go. So I'd get 3, and I'd be like, yeah, I got 10. What was I doing? I could have been doing this earlier. If you want to, because I support you in the way that you play, no matter what, if you want to increase your ideal land, you will never, ever, ever use your coins to redeem anything below the ornaments. That's all I need to say there. Thank you, my friends, everybody, fellow lands, radians, High Council, all those beyond. We have completed background info, looking at the specifics and details of the ideal land, what is necessary, blah, 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 blah. What is not blah, blah, it's actually good, blah, blah, it's super important. We looked at the event, we dug into it, and now we, or perhaps I was preaching to the choir again, really understand how lucrative, valuable, and helpful this entire event can be, and how free it is, and how we can contribute to our collection, and how we can make the most of it with trips, package purchases, coupons, ornament galleries, and all that jazz. Long time ago, someone came by, and I don't want to talk any trash. It was a long time ago. They may or may not be around. Maybe they're a committed member, and if you are, I love you. You're amazing. I loved you, and you're amazing way back then when you did a drive-by trolling. All right? It's all right. It's all right. It happens. You did a drive-by troll, and you just, dude, Ideal Land is not a good place for buffs. It's trash. I think some of those were word for word. Ideal Land is a trash place for buffs. All right, respect. You've got an opinion, but why do you think that? Why? Why do you think it's trash? No reason, no response. It's all good. Thank you for your energy and your time that you spent contributing to our community. That means a lot. But you came by with the drive-by trolling eye, and you said it was trash. I beg to differ. We look to see now at how valuable it is, how you can continually increase it, even with small amounts on these, and now I hope that I have convinced you. You drink the Kool-Aid and you're all about it. I'm not going to say, ha, you're wrong. That doesn't matter. We're learning together, and I love that we're sharing our opinions and stuff. But it's always good to give our thoughts and a reason why. You got to support it with evidence. All right. Otherwise, you're barely going to get a C. If you write something, don't support it with evidence, I don't think that's passing. All right. And I'm not inclined to really listen to anything you got to say unless you support it with evidence. And I'm down for that. Change my mind. I love it. One of the best things about being a human being, and probably one of the healthiest in human beings, and or best contributing to society and or any relationship, friendship, or family, is being willing to change your mind when you receive new information and it's not just contrary to what you thought or what you believed or what you knew, but it's new truth, a revelation, if you will, a new fact. It's empirical, meaning you can't argue with it. Don't be afraid to change your mind. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not admitting you're wrong. You're admitting that you're awesome, that you learn, that you're truly intelligent because you're like, whoa, new information, changing my mind because I understand better now, or I know something I didn't before. Changing your mind, being willing to change your mind is awesome. It's one of the best and healthiest things that you can do. I can't thank my wife enough for helping me change my mind and becoming a better human being, a better husband, and a better man, and a better father. All right? Anyways, I'm gonna get off my soapbox now, but maybe our drive-by troll friend, part of this community, welcome them in, change their mind about the Ornament Gallery, and we're off to the races as far as those buffs and those collections go. Yeah. Thank you, Ghost Path. Okay, so the next thing on the agenda is, let's look at here. This is your ideal land point score for Hundo. That is me basically having the bare minimum in my ideal land. Because in my previous video, which you'll see later in the future, be like, this is when I did it, I removed everything because I wanted to get myself off of every scoreboard. I removed everything from ideal land, but it's good for us to see that with this video and how we're attacking the ideal land anew. Your ideal land score is here. You can look at the ideal land scores of other players, when you are going against them either in server war or on battlefields, and that will help you understand, where are they as far as their buffs go from the ideal land or their ornaments. That is a good insight and or kind of sneak peek at what they have in their arsenal. The higher the score, the higher the buffs and debuffs. So plan accordingly sometimes, or consider one's ideal land score and what they are capable of doing now. You feel me? Yeah, all right. The fame quest as far as prosperity goes. Come on. No, it's going to be domination. We're going to complete another fame quest today by getting this to level 5. 11 points, that's awesome. 3345. We're getting ever closer to our 3500 mark, which gives us a castle decoration with some own to activate buffs. And then, all right, some nice little items in there. Wish it were more because it took a lot more, but hey, everything helps. All right, here we go. 1255. Boom. We saw our ideal land score here in our monarch profile. Cool. That gives us some insight. The higher it is, if it's at 5,000 or more, you can bet your bottom, Festus hammer that our opponent and or friend or whatever is at level 5. And they have got these buffs for their troops and their construction. Construction is not going to affect you, of course, but whoa, they're packing some 20% buffages for all their troops, HP, attack, and defense, no matter what their troops are doing. Okay? All right. And all of those 5,000 points it took to get to level 5 are contributing a whole lot of other buffs per ornament. Whether or not they're doing it my way, level 2 of each one first, or if they're a bunch of level 10s, there's potential for great power and responsibility with their arsenal, their loadout, okay? Showboys. It's really difficult for me, or more frustrating for me, to say the least, as far as the ideal land goes and the organization and creation of it on the mobile. It's much easier and much quicker or convenient or less frustrating, if you will, to do it on the PC. Highly recommend you download it for the PC if you're getting frustrated and not opposed to, downloading, playing this open source content on your PC. It's been doing just fine for me. All right. So I'm going in it with reckless abandon. All right, cool. We got time there. We're good there. So Once again, our score here, you're limited as far as what you have access to when you're on the ideal land. No big deal, all right? But each time you level up your ideal land, excuse me, you will then have an opportunity to expand. Oh, you want to expand, you must expand. If you want your ideal land score to reach each new level, you cannot get to level 5 if you don't expand. I think, I'm willing to bet that even if I took off all of these other things, I would not have enough room to get the 5,000 points I need to level this up again. All right? I don't have any ornaments here now. They're all in my construction inventory, if you will. See? Even though they're not there, the buffs that they give persist. Meaning, because I own them, I love you. Even though they're not there, I still get the buffs that I've unlocked with them. That's cool, but our ideal land score does not increase if they are not constructed and or present. Thus, you want to expand to make room for all of them. Shh, shh, love you. Expand. This is a significant amount as far as the gems it requires. Honestly, to expand here at level 5, to have 40 by 40 instead of 32 by 32 is only 100,000 gems. I think that's reasonable cost, all things considered. But of course, it depends on where you are in your ebony life. All right, free to play, a little harder to get there. Gem investment here, like everywhere, to expand. I believe you can only expand every other level. I don't quite remember. All right, but look at your expand and see what it requires. But I'm pretty sure at Ideal Land level 4, I could not expand, but Ideal level 3, I could here 32 by 32. And now I have to wait till 5. Luckily for us, we're going to get there. Yes, it's an hour and 41 minutes in. We still got an hour and 20 or so because that's usual for a video. And not dive deep, baby. We're going to need 100 thou, okay? And we're going to need level 5. That's going to require 5,000 points. Let's take a look. How do I have 400? Let's take this Gothic column out. We're going to demolish. It doesn't demolish it to where you never have it anymore. It just puts it back in your inventory. Demolish is kind of scary, but look, it's going to do this nice little crystal. And let's see if our score is affected. 400 here, demolish. Shovel wipes. Are you okay? You okay? Okay. So we saw that pretty little animation, like I said. I love it. It's really cool. One of my favorite ones. It's like this little star that kind of goes back into the ether. And look at our score. It decreased 10 points. That's a bummer. These ornaments that you have as far as basic, they're basic here, but they show standard in other menus. Some of them are also worth points. Okay? You want them constructed. They don't cost things. You get them as you, I believe, level up your ideal land, but of course, unlock things. All right? Let's look here. A weathered stone wall. Is that a new one? 99, and there's no cost. Hold on a second here. Okay, see the score didn't increase? It doesn't cost me anything as far as resources to use this, but it's not worth anything. So it's purely decoration inventory. You go to inventory here, and you look at your standard. This is weird. I would rather go to construct, ornament. This is the menu I usually use, but this could be quicker, okay? Oh, looking at it here, they're all there. And then I can click it, and I can press construct or upgrade it from here. That's nice. As opposed to looking at construct, clicking ornament, and swiping all the way. I don't mind doing that. I like to gather it from here, but to each their own. I support you. I support you in your ebony journey. Everybody drink. All right. So Basics. They don't appear to be worth anything. You only have so many brick roads and they don't cost anything. 999 is a lot. That's pretty cool. Shibboys. All right. They don't cost you anything. The reason I'm saying that is because you have things down here. Look, there's a golden road. One, you get 30 and one square of that golden road. Be on the lookout for somebody's ideal land. If they've got 30 of those golden squares, look at how many gems they spent. No judging. They've got the flow. So, that is the tempo. You go. Golden Road, 100,000. Get 30. 10 is a million. So that's 3 million gems that somebody spent to use all 30 or however many Golden Road squares they have. That's just kind of, you guys construct your Golden Road yet? I don't know if these are worth, ideal land points. Somebody might know. Please put in the comments. Let us know. Is it worth using 100,000 because they're ideal land points? Or is that purely clout? Which either way is cool with me, man, woman percent. I'm cool, man, woman percent. All right. These other ones, you own a certain amount. When they say own, they don't cost anything. Let's see here. Info. Oh, the eye doesn't do anything. I'm going to be very careful and not click that one. The eye doesn't do anything though. Not even if you hover. All right, not going to get hung up on that. But I can do another flower golden bed. See how this is just a square? Oh, I can do 999. If you do one here, check. And then you do one next to it. Wait a second. If you do another one next to it, let's just take from here. Oh. And you put it here, shovel wipes, it connects. Okay? So this takes some like playing around with as far as like, oh, dang it, it's weird. I only added one, but I didn't want to add that many. What? I don't care. Thank you. Thank you so much. I never answer. Thank you, baby. All right. So that's cool, right? You can connect them, and then that's when they'll make the shapes. But it's neat. It's interesting that it says garden flower bed owned one. I suppose, because these are connected, neither here nor there. They're not worth points. They're just for decoration, and it's cool and it's customizable. These that cost resources, that's cool. Lumber, not that much, all things considered. I don't know if they cost or if they contribute to your ideal land score. You know what? When in the land's rat, we're not going to do a medium coconut tree. What's the least expensive? 150,000. That's not bad. I've got plenty. That's slaying one stinking level one, whatever. Let's click this guy and see. We have 390. Do you want to spend? Yes. All right. They are not worth anything, so I don't think they're worth the resources spent until you are donezo. All right? But let's see here. I used it. I'm going to demolish it. Let's look at our construction. We own one. Thus, we can use one because we've purchased it. So once you purchase it, you can demolish it and put it there again because it's been purchased. Make sense? So you do you. That's how that works. Now you know, if you were ever curious, these basic ones, okay, so far aren't worth any ideal land points. But I don't know about the Golden Road, and I'm not throwing down those gems. I want to use them for something else right now. Okay, cool. You get 999 of those. And let's see here. We get 999 of those. I don't know if that's going to increase as we level up. We will see. It's neat to see how things work each and every level. I'm not going to worry about that right now. All right. So here we go with the rest of the points. What did we take out here? Yes, we took out an ornament. Let's take our Gothic column and place it back. See, I can move this around a lot easier on the PC with so much room instead of like holding it over here to wait for it to scroll. Hey, shush. To scroll on the mobile. Okay, I'm going to put it here. Shovel wipes, 10 points. Yay! You want as many. You want the ornaments, my friends. You want them. And from what I remember, these ornaments came with they were free, but perhaps they increased as your level increased. I don't remember. We will see once we do level up. I promise that is going to come eventually. This is important. I want you to understand and love and embrace and be comfortable with the ideal land. Let's check out this super cool Poseidon lamppost. I like it. Oh, I like it. 400's our score. Demolish. Shovel wipes. Our lampposts also worth 10. Let's construct. We're going to construct from this menu. Construct. Okay, it pulls up the same thing. It allows us to move it. Skadoosh. This small hornbeam, demolish. Not worth any points, but I want to use it. It's in the standard, but it's not worth any points. Okay, construct. I'm going to put it back here because very loosely, I still made this somewhat like uniform. I don't like how uneven it is, and I will go in here eventually and fix it, but I have not liked how screwed up it is. It's ugly. Let's put that there, and let's put that there. Why not? The reason I'm doing this is because I need room. I need room. Oh, I don't like this one standard over here. Let's move that over here. There we go. At least they're all in one place. It's not even. That's okay. This goes there. That goes there. It doesn't look even, but it actually is based on the grids. Blah, blah, blah. Although this is not. That looks a lot prettier. Like I said, I'll do that later. There's only so much space. Okay? And I've seen people do really cool stuff with it. Anyway, 666, Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden, third favorite album of theirs. All right? Somewhere in Time, Power Slave. You know what? And actually, Brave New World, which is from 2001, and then Number of the Beast. Anywho, moving on. All right? So let's look at these classical flame altars. Demolish, shovel wipes. Those are also worth 10. Anything in your inventory that you have as far as free item action, okay? And I don't remember if they cost anything. Pretty sure they didn't. If they did, it was minimal as far as resources go. You want them there because, they are going to contribute. Did I have this here? I think so. To your ideal land score. That's what we want. These Roman columns, I don't believe so. Yep, those are also 10. So Roman columns. Click through your stuff to see what is worth something, what you have available, and how many more points. You might be right there at the next level, but you just didn't know that you could add these columns for free or for very little to get points. And we want that. They are worth it. So just about everything besides the shrubs is worth something. All of this, as far as the stone walkway and dirt walkway, not worth anything. The shrubs and or bushes, not worth anything. But the candles, the arches, the lampposts, okay, these what are they called? Roman columns. Yes, those are worth ideal land points, and 10 each, thus getting me 400 at this present moment. Now we will look in a book. Who brought that back? Okay, we want them back out there because we get double up from Shimatsu. Oh, there's a level 5. I haven't been getting those because they should be saved for rallies for others. Just what I consider contributing to the overall health of the server by not soloing these, even though I can. This one is so close, though. Although I don't have anybody to get it right now. So if it's still there, it's meant to be. It's kismet. I'll go get it because I've got a relic finishing up relatively soon. All right, here we go. So 111, we're not there. This is going to do 2 hours or so, and we still got about 48 mins until that refreshes on its own, and we'll wait for that. So back to the ideal land. We have gone over the basic and or standard ornaments and what they're worth. Okay, you've got potentially 400 points there, and I believe in doing that you're going to be able to increase your ideal land up another level. Okay, the first 2 levels aren't that many points. I believe the first to get to level 2 is only 200 or 250 ideal land points. If you know, put it in the comments. That's awesome. Do a whole breakdown. I appreciate that. I'm not going to look on the internet. I'm sorry, I just don't want to. You can. I will just speculate and frustrate everybody by getting everything wrong. So, hey, these dining tables, they are worth points too. Okay. These for me have kind of just been in the way, but I want them there. I need them there because you will see what my ideal land score is. I'm going to put these here in just random spots. And once you build these that have multiple, boop, 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 you can just keep clicking and it will go down the grid. To make it go left or right, if you will, I don't know. You would have to, like, let's see here. I know, I'm sorry. I'm going to do this again because it's kind of disorienting. That automatically went down for us. Okay. If I construct again, I'm going to need to put it, but I don't want it to go down. I want it to go left to right. I'm going to have to grab another one and put it to the left of it. Shibboleths, but then it goes down again. So it's kind of inconvenient in the sense of you have to double up to get it to go a different direction. Standard direction is going to be, I guess we could call that vertical. All right. So I'm just going to keep these here in their own happy little place. I will make it pretty later, but you only get five tables of three. 15 people can come and eat. All right, cool. But 10 points each. I'm at 450. Now we are in the business, all right, of putting our ornaments that I have leveled up to 2. Let's take a look at something though, so you can see, this is important, how the buffs persist even though they're not constructed. The points are not there, but if we look at our March preset and here Ethelflade and Maria Teresa, you'll see that my March size capacity is 3,382,650. Okay, that March size is including all the ideal land ornament buffs. All right, I have, saved this preset at this particular amount because that is what my March size increased to when I had all my ornaments purchased. I didn't even have to construct it. I think when you actually redeem the ornament, the buffs happen. Okay? The points don't for the ideal land score, but the buffs do. Because when I got a new one today, the Valentine's Day one, I was like, oh, cool, another 250. I went in here and I could not increase it. Meaning, once it was in my inventory, even though I hadn't placed it into the ideal land, I opened it in my inventory, thus unlocked the buff, which included the 250 marsh size. Okay. But now what I've done is I've resaved this preset so that it's at that amount and not increase, because sometimes I save it with a march buff. So if I increase my march size, my troops will match it up to the point of my march size buff. So if you see a march size capacity buff there and you've saved that preset, you'll notice that your march size increases with it automatically because the preset's been saved at the higher amount. If you've ever wondered that, I like to reset them so I can see my buffs actually be applied. I like that because it helps me feel like, all right, it actually happened. Because there are a lot of things that this game is telling us we get, but do we actually get it? All right, let's also take a look at our detail. All right, our military. We're going to add some buffs to, let's see here, our ground troop attack. All right, we're at 602.6% ground troop attack. Let's look at our attacking actually, because we'll probably get that first. Attacking ground troop, 597.5. Whether or not you remember it, I don't know. But let's see what happens when we finally put our ornaments back on. Okay, are these things going to increase? Oh, I suppose we could do it in here too. Are they going to increase? I don't know. My friends, we are going to just throw stuff on here. It's not going to be pretty. We're not going to worry about it, but we want to get it done so we can go over a couple more things. All right, we'll do this. We'll do the construction, and then we'll talk about the scoring and the leveling of things. Okay. All right. How y'all doing? Hopefully good. I'm having a blast. I'm glad to be back as far as this goes because I've been excited about doing this for a long time. All right. It's neither here nor there as far as way they're ordered, but I had it way pretty before. Let's look here. Autumn Ceremony Parade. Watch the score increase. Okay, so we are going to add that there. Show boys. 550. Worth 100, right? All right, cool. The level twos, like I said, they are worth um, uh, um, they're worth 100. You're going to have to go back into this every time. It's somewhat, you know, cumbersome as far as just like, it's tedious. That's a better word. Cumbersome is more like hard to carry. It's tedious. All right. But you're not taking them all away like I have. All right. For the sake of this video. All right. Celestial Globe. Let's put the Celestial Globe. Yeah, right here's fine because that one's level 7. We're going to want to take a look at that later. Not a lot of room over here, right? Let's see here. Oh, only 1. But this has a little bit right there. 4. All right. I've got, hey, don't jump on your sister. Stay after her. What do you need? You all right? What? Oh, easy, the green one. All right. This carriage is that little one. I'm like, how in the heck did I get this? I don't remember. It's a tinier one. Can I fit it anywhere over here? No. You'll see the things go red. That's okay. We've got plenty of room elsewhere. Nope. That would be cool to stick it in there. That sounded weird. Let's just fucking put him over here for now. Okay. We'll stick him in somewhere else, depending on what we need. All right. Our score is continuing. The burning altar of passion. Skadoosh. What do we get back here? Probably another level 14 iron mine. We're not going to go out there. All right, let's stay on track. Ornament. This is the way I go. All right, it's just how I like to roll, as the young people say. All right, the Matador. I'm going to put everything right next to each other. So I know I can fit it all on. Skadoosh. Some of these are worth more because they're at a higher level. Okay, this is level 2. Like I said, this one here, okay? We're going to go into that one here. This one here is level 7. Let's take this one off again. We're at 1,370, demolish. Whoa, this one at level 7 is worth 400. That's a big score, but I wish it was worth more. Level 7 only worth 400. Well, a level 2 is worth 100. So a level 7 should be 700. We'll go over those numbers. Super important to be efficient, to get everything that you can as fast as you can. Search's throne. Search is awesome. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see here. We're making it Eggshell Castle. There we go. That's a cool looking one. It's really pretty. I like that one. Gallery are there. We're going to go serious right. This one is also very pretty. All right. Sorry, grabbing the screen kind of weird. Skadoosh. Where's my little stylus? My hand's starting to hurt. All right. Construct ornament. The colorful carnival, which has the cool chameleon on it. Colorful Carnival, cool chameleon. That is called alliteration. The USS Constipation. No, I'm so immature. It's the Constitution. I want it not to look that bad. Let's put it right there. All right, cool. Construction ornaments. I know, right? It's painful to go through this Tripoli Monument. That was during the, you know what it was, the 2026 Triumphal Celebration. This was one of the flame festivals. I like it. I like the buffs for this one. Detail. All right, buffs. Attacking mounted troop and ground troop attack. Yeah, 1%. Remember what our ground troop was? 597? 597, right? And we added 1% there. Did it make a difference? Attacking mounted ground troop attack. Nope, 597.5. The buffs, when you use the ornament from your inventory, thus be able to construct it, you get the buffs right then and there. Okay? And they're permanent. You can't even demolish these to get rid of them in your inventory. You wouldn't want to get rid of the buffs. They're permanent. They're always active, irregardless, not a word, by the way. No matter if the ornament is constructed, present, or in your inventory. Okay? These being here or being in your inventory only affect the ideal land score. That is good to know. It's important to know because you want your score. You need your score. to be higher, to get to those levels. Even though I have scored over 5,000, power level over 5,000, I cannot construct this to ideal land level 5 because my ideal land score is below 5,000. Does that make sense? I have over 5,000 points. I have had all those things there to equal 5,000 points. However, since I removed them all from being constructed, okay, I had decreased my ideal land score under 5,000 and eliminated my opportunity temporarily to upgrade it. It's an easy fix, if you will. Oh, cool. We finished a relic. Badass. Okay, that's awesome. We're going to keep those blokes there. Who came back? Stone there, if I would. I think it was Stone. 16 stone. I said I wasn't going to worry about this, but since I'm out here, I wanted to look because I didn't know it finished. And since it was a relic, that is awesome. We're going to finally move after camping out at this spot for like 5-6 days. It's been a good one. I try not to bother anybody as far as the alliances go. I don't want to infringe on any spaces. Thus, I don't want anybody to bother me. All right, let's get back in there. 124, still got time. Okay, going back in the ideal land. Sorry this is taking long, but I know some of us out there are show me kind of people, like the show me state. Is that Oklahoma, the show me state? It's the Sooner State. I don't know which one's the Show Me State. Somebody knows out there what the Show Me State is, but I know that we like to see this visually. It's very satisfying. Yes, yes, great success, satisfaction. But also it helps to see it in real time so you know what to expect and or if you're doing it correctly or the Leto way, which is what I found to be most effective. Not the way, the all way. I don't know anything about this game, and I only piss people off and lose server wars. That's my description of the YouTube channel right now. Sorry, like I said, I'm a little self-loathing. But like I said many times before, I am not an expert per se. I have just discovered and stumbled upon and or stumbled over my own feet, discovering different ways to do things perhaps more efficiently and more effectively and valuably. That is not a word at all. That is ugly. Just, you know what I mean, right? Okay, we're getting there. Crane Pavilion. There are a lot. 35. I have 37, don't I? Holy cow. There is really no fast way of adding these. It's one by one. It's a labor of love, if you will. Okay? That's what you got to do. I had it much prettier. I'm actually looking forward to making this pretty again. But right now, it's rather hideous. It's just all clumpled and cluttered. I actually is making my skin crawl. Maybe it's making your skin crawl too because you like things to be organized and uniform. Not because I'm like a strict person or anything. It just helps me relax. I like a clean home. I like a vacuumed floor. I like folded laundry. I like to relax and relax the best when my surroundings are clean. I'm a good roommate. I'm a good roommate, although I'll never be your roommate because I love living with my wife and my kids. But irregardless, by the way, regardless, it's cool to know I am definitely big on clean. Here we go. We're getting to the end of the maple syrup one. That was fun. That happened not too long ago. We're getting to our champion ones. The land of the Rhine. That's not how you pronounce it, and I don't know why I did that. I just think it's kind of fun. Oh, it doesn't matter, Leto. Just put it down there. All right, look at all those. They look crazy. They look crazy. Now we got the big ones. Now, what is the big ones worth? They cost 12, right? And these are all at least level 2, 45.20. Boom. These are worth a little bit more. I had 45.20. This is, wait, that's a level 2, and it's worth 150. So the scores on the champions work a little differently. They should. They cost more. They're more difficult to get. They're rarer. They should be worth more, right? I think so. Level 2, 46.70. Showboys, 48.20. Okay, let's see here. 48.20. We have got, wait a second, I'm 180 down. No, I think this one is at level 3. because I got it for free once during its event. Shovel wipes, yes, that one is worth more because it's level 3. It's worth 200. One of the rare ones, essentially, that's worth 200 at level 3. Okay, 5,020 is my ideal land score at 2 hours. All right, 9 mins or so. I'm going to write down here 5,020 points because we got them all there. That's including tables. That's including lanterns. You've got to have it all on there, constructed, if you will, to get the points. The buffs always persist. They are always there. You can always say, I thank you for your service, Buffage. So now, with 5,020 points, that looks nice, doesn't it? We're going to go out Hizzle, and we're going to do the construction. And we'll go through a little quicker than normal the going over the construction buffage. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. What came back? The lumber. I need wood. I'm not going anywhere else with that. I am immature, to say the least, from time to time. Why? Because it's fun. Like I said, you got to have a sense of humor. And depending on the room, you got to read the room, okay? You got to know when to drop it like it is hot, my dogs. It can be appropriate. And in this particular situation and environment wherein we know what to expect in our community, of our community, and especially of the wild man Leto, he's going to throw down on a few fart jokes and, stuff. All right. So I'm going to go get that one. Sorry, it's really close. It's not going to hurt anybody. If it does, I'm sorry. I'm barely doing that. That's like the third one in a week. Anyways, March preset. We did it. 3366150. All right. Our March capacity didn't change on switching those out or adding them. Okay. It is exclusively and only, and will only be. What is this? Oh, I started a rally. Well, I'm doing it appropriately then. That's fine. I have not done that in a while. I don't have my castle decoration on. I don't have a lot of my buffs on. Like I said, I didn't want to show up, and I didn't want to be big and present. Sorry. How many here sprint request? 110,000. I need to get Douglas in as little amount as possible. That's not where we're going. All right. Now we're going to our upgrade. Okay. 2, 12, 20. About the same place. Upgrade. These red, we're going to fix by using our items. This is what we like to see. Check. Check. 5,020. Okay. This is going to be sweet. This is going to use some things. Maybe improve. Maybe I can get into the top 100 now. I don't know. It'd be nice because I get 15 more Hermes coins. But it's going to be worth it. 2,620 days, we're going to say. Sadly, yesterday, which is really good for me to know, by the way, I upgraded my Wisdom Dome to level 13 just to use the resources and finish the Hermes sprint. We've gone over this before. When you level up the building, your attendant boosts increase each percent, 1% per level of building. I don't know if this is a glitch or if I need to make another book, but the basic attribute here is what should change to 8%, but it hasn't here. Okay, I think these are set since I combined them, and I need to recombine or combine a new book in order to get the 8% now. Sorry to sidetrack here, but these numbers will fluctuate based on you increasing your goddess attendant level. That's your bonus on top of the base attribute. So when I merge these two pages, I merge them at level 12, thus only getting the 7% bonus here. Now that it's at level 13, when I merge a new book, I should, I believe, see the basic attribute moved to 8%. Does that make sense? I hope so. I hope it works. I hope it does. If it doesn't, there is a significant glitch that needs to be fixed. Okay? These were also created or merged at 7%. Okay? I don't want to merge anything else right now because I have some other pages out there waiting for world channels. They're probably not going to happen. They stick out there forever. But I'm assuming that these will, see, this says 7% still. It should be 8% now. But I acquired those when it was at level 12. So not even merging them, but when you get the page from the building level itself, that is what your percentage will be. That sucks. That needs to be fixed. When you level this up, you should get the 8%. It should fluctuate with your basic attribute. However, when you roll the page, that is what determines your basic attribute. Book merge, here. I rolled this at level 12 of the building. Thus, I got 7% here instead of 8. I think that's not cool because you could have a really good book at level 13 and then you level that building up to 20, you're going to have to redo your book and hopefully you get lucky again. That's kind of some BS. That basic attribute should fluctuate. I understand the other ones, but that basic one should move and should not be set. Anyway, that was something I just discovered not too long ago. All right, 2,620 days, right? All right, so first we're going to add our strength crown at level 10, 71% speed buff. Skadoosh. All right, we put that bad boy on. Where are we now? 2,353. We're not going to write down the math like we have before, but that's a significant amount. 2,620, 2,553, about 250 days so far, right? Here, we're going to do, not our civ equipment, we are going to do our treasure. Agamemnon, the mask, persuasion. Level 7, construction speed, 36% skadoosh. What is that going to bring us to? Upgrade. 2,238. So we were 2,620. We're almost down 400 days. That's pretty cool. Just south of 400. Now, yesterday, like I said, when I did some construction here for the sake of the quests, I upgraded my wisdom down. All right, and I used my active skill for the occult fire. That is a 24-hour cooldown. I'm not going to make us wait 8 hours. Okay, I don't mind. 19% is a huge construction speed buff, but gonna be okay. All right. I'll grind out some more speed ups eventually sometime over the course of the next millennia, because that's what you got to do in this game, right? So we're going to miss out on that active skill. Also, one thing I am not going to do is use my castle decoration that I have won from previous, all right, events, the Fort Frost. Yes, this will give me 15%, which is huge. It's significant. I'm going to save that for when I'm going to do a more major thing like the keep level 41. Okay, that's 14,000 days almost, as opposed to 2,200 days. So that 15% is going to help me more later. And I'm not going to do construction within the next 14 days. I'm going to save that castle decoration for a bigger project, thus saving me more in my speed ups. Does that make sense? Think about that. When are you going to do construction? How long is it going to be? If you're using that decoration, it only lasts 14 days. Are you going to do more construction within those 14 days? It might not be worth it if you're not saving a whole lot on 1 or 2 of these construction projects, and you save it for the significant ones, those high K 38, 39, and 40 upgrades that cost above 10,000 days. That's where you want to see that 15% come in there and help. Feel me? All right. Everything else that I have, I can get. Active skill, castle decoration, The other castle decorations, even though I'm not wearing them, they are owned to activate, so I don't need to worry about that. Don't need to don't want to worry about that. Excellent. Here, own to activate. All right, own to activate. Those are persistent buffs. All of the equipment that my general officers have, I didn't take that off, so those are good if they do contribute. That's training speed. Not going to look through them all, okay? Those I didn't remove. They should be fine. Trying to think, were there any other places? I don't think so. If there were, and I miss it, I'm not going to worry about it. We've got our Mask of Agamemnon. Boom. We've got our Strength Crown. Boom. That is generally what we're rolling with. Okay? All right. All right, all right, all right. I do have, I'm not going to go in there. I do have another castle decoration, I think, left over. I'll save it for another big one. But here we go. Let's take a look at what our position is. We are not ranked right now because we are outside the top 100. We are not going to get anywhere close to the top 90 probably, but perhaps I might be able to get into the top 100. Probably not. But now is the time. Now is the time. Here we go. Do we need to look at anything else? All troops HP, attack, defense. Okay. We looked at the detail. All troops attack, HP, and defense is going to go up 5%. We want to see all these go up 5%. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. All of these should go up 5. Every kind. Attacking, defending, reinforcing, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So mental image, as far as these base ones won't go. Those won't increase at all. I don't think. We'll see. I don't think so. It's just going to be the percentage. 601, 633. Fuck me. Okay, let's get to it. Here we go. Upgrade. Take a rest if you need to, bud. I always do the food last so it doesn't get consumed. Here we go. We're going to get our iron ore. We have, as always, our resource critical monarch talent. Okay. That is super important. Oh, shoot. Did I have it? Resource critical. So when we open these, we get a chance, 10% chance of ×2 on everything except safe. And we advanced construction of 15%. Good. Sorry, I forget to double check these things. Okay. But they are there, and I must reassure myself. Okay. Here we go. Plenty of resources here on the regulars. 14. I think they have actually fixed how it's like, this is how much you use to get this amount. Before it was always like a couple 100 million or a million below, and it just kept doing it. I was like, what the heck? Why does it tell me that's what it is, but it won't actually fill it? I think they've actually patched that, if you will. All right. Boom. You know me, I like 5s and 0s. So I use what I have to 23. Shovel wipes, so 11.8 basically instead of, the 11.2 or 3. That was a lot on there. So our lumber, when we see our resources critical in action, okay, 10,300,000, boom, 11,200,000, so 900,000 on top of that. 39 million, skadoosh, 43 million, about 5 million more there. See how the resources critical helps a lot at large increments. This is, well, actually, I think it's going to be right here. I like that. It's going to end on a 50. Boom, 11,495. And now we get the food. They might have fixed this too. I haven't seen this. We'll see. We'll see. We're at 194 mil. Usually above 700 million, we see this start to get consumed. We'll see what happens. All right, 8230. Oh, we're going to go up to the 44. All right, it's being consumed. We got to get out of there. We got to get out of there. Upgrade. We're ready. We're ready. 2,238. Woo! You lose a lot of food fast when you have a large amount of troops. So those large amounts of food for construction, you best get on it quick and do the food last, because they'll eat it before you fill the other ones. Look at Oh, this is the current one. We're going to speed this up. There is no one else in my alliance at the moment, so I'm going to bring this down all the way to where it's ready for the free. Okay, I have a lot of those because of um, the sprint return and the what do you call it? The um, the sprint return and dude, the sprint return. I've got a lot of those via the sprint return. There's a great return on the sprint return as far as construction speed ups and the like. What did I do there? I did stoned. I got stoned again. Um, we've got a minute. All right, a minute to win it there with that construction getting to the free part. And since we've got a minute, I'm gonna take forever in finding a stinking iron mine. Let's just send those guys out to another 50 minutes. About another 50 minutes to gather. I've been gathering a ton, and it adds up. If you just gather instead of doing anything else. I support that. I support you. Okay, so I could use another 5 minutes. It doesn't matter. We've got 30 seconds. Once it gets to 2:05, it is going to be ready for the free. Let's see if this is going to make that difference. It totally will. Look at that. 602, 688, 661. It didn't specifically say attacking, but let's look at the attacking instead. 597, 601, 633. 597, 601, 633, right? 597, 601, 633. It doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there. 5%. On top of that, another 5% for construction. Ooh, here's something fun. What is that 5% construction going to get us? Sorry, y'all. 13,758. 13,758. Shabloids! Yeah! 13,758 is what we were looking at. Ideal land number 5th. I plead the 5th. I don't plead the 5th. I throw down on the 5th because ideal land 5. 13,695, something like that. Let's see. 5% more as far as our construction speed buff goes. I love seeing the impact it makes. 5%. 13,665. What was it? 690 something? I think so. We cut off 30 or so days. That's a big deal when you combine everything together. All right? Huge, huge. Look at how pretty that is. It's got a red. I think 25 or something. I don't know. We did the construction. We're getting better at this. We see this in live action. You see me. We're together. You helped. Power. You were the impetus. The link that kept us connected from pure despair, separation, the abyss. Even further into it than I usually am. Oh my gosh, wham, 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 me. Let's look at the detail. We are level 5. We significantly increased our power a whole lot. 250 million worth, 22% construction. That's what I like. All troops, HP attack defense. Oh no, God. 20% now. And boy, oh boy, Aunt Jemima Spatula Santiago. That's pretty. That is pretty. So nothing in here as far as a quest. No big deal, because as far as I'm concerned, these fame quests, more valuable. Fame, domination. We're at 4. We're a long ways from 1,000 to get to 5, but 3334, skadoosh. 3334, 3345. Showblipes. Yeah. Nice little chunk. This is what I like. The tactic scrolls back. That sure is pretty. Let's take a look here now. We have completed, it appears, the available fame quests associated with the ideal land. That is cool. Even though the ideal land goes to level 10, there are only, for now, 5 level fame quests. They might update that. We got a lot of those added recently, actually, but we are 155 fame points away, even ever closer, inch by inch, 60 days by 60 days, boy, howdy, getting to that 3,500 mark. Pretty awesome. Nothing unlocked there. Let's go out here. Let's look in here again. All of our fame's unlocked. We got it. Every now and then that little thing would, hang out as far as the red line goes. But we did it. Golly. I'm going to change there with my standard because it's just like what I like to roll with when I'm not doing anything else. The healing crown, the medicine crown as they call it. 13,978. Taking all that off, added, or 15, uh, added over 2,000 days. Yeah, 148. We've got 11 minutes until that refreshes. Hopefully we can get something. We're not going to worry about that right now. That is cool. We're going to go back in to the ideal loins. Oh, I think, yep, I need to do this because the last time I started constructioning, ABCSCs always be constructioning subordinate cities, was during the last event where it was a speed up consumption, and it's been well over 6 days. So some of these I need to re-up on the additional builder. We are going to be finishing up soon, my friends, because I've got to go run an important errand. As far as registering my son for school, he's going to start kindergarten, and I'm going to do that here fairly soon, but I need to regardless. So we're going to finish double checking everything real quick. All that's good. We won't do that until that. We went over kind of a little, interesting nuance here, if you will. I don't know if it is a glitch or if it is a matter of rolling. I don't really have enough to roll again because, sorry, I want to look at this. See, this is not the full 7 or 8%. It is only maxed when it's orange. All right. So this is a complete when it's at 7. I don't have any, I'm not going to roll any oranges right now. I mean, there's no guarantee, so I'm going to have to look at that later. All right. I'm going to go into the ideal land. I'm going to clean that up later when we are not in this recording together as the end draws, as the end is nigh. What I wanted to do was look at the expansion now. Okay? I think we've covered everything possible. I stand corrected. This is important. And sorry to do this so late, but think I need to highlight this because it's something I want everybody to be so aware of as far as my method and what I think is the most effective way of bringing that ideal land score up. The quickest and most efficient to the quick and a fish. I would be so upset with myself if I didn't get this. This is huge. The difference between a higher level ornament and a level 2. I said the best way that I have found is to redeem each ornament only twice so that you get the most value out of it from your ideal land score, plus you start the second buff. Let's look at Capybara Park. It is at level 2, where I said, hey, this is what you should do. At level 1, you get 50 prosperity points. Thank you. And only 250 mark size. Still, thank you. All of those over the course of 40, that's huge. All right. You will need one more of that ornament to get it to level 2. So 2 of them will get you to level 2 and unlock 500 march size capacity, and the beginning of the second buff. Notice, second buff, second buff, second buff. Level 5 is when we will see the beginning of the third buff and or debuff. Okay? I think that's the standard for all of them. Don't quote me. You can look at all of them in the details. You won't get the third buff started until at least level 5, possibly level 4. Look at the values though. This is where I want you to grasp your approach and or develop your approach to increasing your score. Level 1, level 2, you get the best return on the ornament. 100 total points because each one is worth 50, 2 buffs. To get to level 3, it is only another increase of 50 points, 50 prosperity points. Oh yeah, that makes sense. One level to another level, only 50 points. But the cost to level up to 3 is 2 more ornaments. So 2 ornaments is worth 100 points, gets you to level 2. 2 more ornaments should be worth another 100 points, right? To get to level 3. No. Sadly, no. You will get to or redeem to, however, you will only get 50 points value for your ideal land score. Does that make sense? I think that's about as clear as I can get. 50 points, 50 points, 1 and 1. Now you need 2 more to get to level 3, but it's only 50 more points. You have redeemed to 14 coins worth. Normally, or at least the first 2 levels, they have been worth 50 ideal land points each. But now as you increase the level and it costs more of the ornament, it's only worth another 50 points when you increase that level. See? That's why I believe it is the most efficient and cost-effective way and quickest way to get a highest ideal land score possible when only getting each ornament twice. The most points, 100 total plus 2 buffs. Okay? If you were to spend another 14 coins, you'd only get a 50-point return to get it to level 3. Thus, I argue, go get another ornament and use those 14 coins. Instead of bringing one to level 3, use the 14 coins to bring another one to level 2. You've added to your total ornaments, thus increasing your ornament gallery because you want more. And you have increased your ideal land score by 50 more points total because each one has been worth 50 rather than these 2 only being worth 50. Then you will need another 2 to get to level 4. That is only worth another 50 points. So you have to purchase or redeem 4 ornaments to get to level 4, 4 more ornaments, but you only get 100 points back. You get 100 points for only getting 2, but then you got to buy 4 more and you only get 100 points back on that. It's not worth it to me to level something up to level 4, even though the buffs are way better. It's not worth it in the long run to get your points higher because you've missed out on 100 points. You have spent a total of, well, 6 times 7, 7, 4, 14, 28, God, 42, 6 times 7. You've spent 42 gold commemorative coins, and each of those 7 is not worth 50 points. Each of those it's only been worth 200. Thus, let's see here, 4 and 4. 4 of the 42. Anyways, you see what I'm saying? You didn't get a return on every single ornament you redeemed. There are over 40 ornaments. If you get each one twice, you got 4,000 points plus 2 of the buffs. Once you get all of them, you can level up your ideal land to a very high level, level 4, and you're super close to getting to level 5 now. And then you start to increase it little by little by getting 2 more and then getting that 50 points and then seeing larger returns. 40 ornaments with these buffs is a huge return. And it's the best return on your points. Okay? Level 3 costs you 2. The reason why I have the USS Constitution at level 4 is because I got 3 of these for free. I redeemed 2 and got my 100. I needed 2 of them to get to level 3 and 2 more to get to level 4. I got 3 free, thus taking care of 3 of the 4. So I spent 7 coins to get to level 4 because I spent 7 to get 50 points like I did on level 1 and level 2, plus I significantly increased my buffs. That's the only reason this one's at level 4, because I got 3 free. So spending the 7 was the same as getting a new ornament. The only thing that I didn't get was an additional ornament for my total, but I did get the points, which were more important to me, and more buffs, which were more important to me. I hope that made sense. A lot of these are at different or higher levels. Well, some of these are at higher levels than 2 because of that same situation. To get from level 2 to 3, I needed 2, but I wasn't going to purchase 2 for 50 worth of points. I went on to another one. However, since this eggshell castle, I got a free one in my free rolls. I only needed to redeem 1 more with my gold coins to get that 50 points, just like I would have for a level 1 and level 2 of a different ornament. Shorted myself on total ornaments, but stayed broke even as far as my ideal land points, okay, but increased my buffs better. That's why these are not level 2, but they're at a higher level. Now, that happened with the Violante too. I got 2 of these for free as well. That was awesome. Anywho, look at level 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Those take 2 each. Let's take a look at my level 3. Oh, shnikes, damn it. That's not going to make anything, disappear. So if that happens, it's like, oops, you just got to put it back. Come on, I gotta be winding out. Let's find here my level 3. Level 3, okay, to level 4. Level 2 to level 3 takes 2. Takes 2, baby. Upgrading this, another 2. So you got to redeem 4 to get 100 points instead of redeeming 2 to get 100 points. I'm not going to go over that again. Yes, the buffs are better, but you've missed out on 100 points in an additional ornament. So, level 3, or 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 2 each. Let's look at a level 3. Or level 4, because that was a level 3. A level 4, level 4, go to upgrade. Now we're in the 3 territory. I have to redeem 3, and I'm pretty sure 4 to 5 and 5 to 6 are 3 each. So 7 times 6, that's 42 gold commemorative coins to increase 2 levels from 4 up to 6. Yes, your buffs are better, but instead of getting 50 for each of those, you've only gotten how many points? It's taken 6. Let's look at the detail. You had to purchase 6 to get from here to here. 6 of them, and you've only cashed in another 100 points. 6 of them. That could equate to 2, 4, 6. That could equate to 3 more ornaments, 300 more points, and 3 more beginnings to buffs. 3 more is going to be 1,500 march size capacity. This 3 times 5 is 15, right? Plus this 1% here, 1% there is going to equal more than a 2 or 3% here because it's spread over 3. And you have got 300 ideal land points instead of just 100. That is where I was making mistakes in starting to increase my ideal land score. I was just trying to level it up, but I didn't realize that these points were not keeping up with the amount of times I had to redeem the ornament. 2 to 3 is 2. 3 to 4 is 2 more. 4 to 5 is 3. 5 to 6, I'm pretty sure, is another 3. And then you bet your bottom dollar that level 7 to 8, that's going to cost 4. Okay? But then you've got to get 8 total of them now to get 2 more levels at least, and you're only getting 200 more points. At least they're increasing by 100 and not just 50, but the return on the ideal land points is diminishing greatly based on the amount that you have to redeem. Even at the top, it's a 200 increment, and I don't even know how much it costs to go from 9 to 10. I'm assuming at least 8 perhaps, because you got to get it 31 times. I'm not going to do the math. Maybe you want to. We will get there eventually, and we will be kicking some major booty. All right. When we got 10 at level 10, that's 8,000 points. We're definitely going to be leveling up our ideal land again, and we are living at large with some maximum buffs. But please, please understand, increase your number first to level up your ideal land, to get better buffs from it as a whole and from it itself, to make more room for more ornaments and to collect more ornaments, to unlock more ornament gallery buffs. These far outweigh using all your coins on one ornament alone. You feel me? I know you do. You can taste it. You're like, come on, man, we got it. Or maybe you're not thinking that and you're just like, yeah, say it again. That's amazing. Let's take a look at this one, the Celestial Globe. This one, I was like, oh, I am all about attacking magic because I wanted to, slay some monsters. And it's helped tremendously. All right. But I put so much into this one early on, I wasted some coins from my perspective because I was getting little return on the amount of prosperity points, but I was using a ton of gold commemorative coins. Let's take a look. From level 7 to level 8, Shovelwipes 4. Level 7 to 8, 4. And I'm guessing 8 to 9 is another 4. I don't have any at level 6 right now, so I can't see what 6 to 7 is, but we know it's going to be at least 3. Okay? 8 from 7 to 8, and I'm assuming 8 to 9. And then I think it's probably 10. I bet you it's 5. 5 for the last one. Anyways, it don't matter. I have to get 4 of these, redeem 4 of them, which is 28 coins, and that's not 200 points. It's only 100 points. See how the return on my prosperity points is so little compared to how many coins I had to use? That's what I want us to grasp. 100 points from level 1, level 2, starting the second buff. Get all of them that way first, then continue to level them up so you have the most points available earliest to level up your ideal land as high as you can with as little as possible, with as few gold commemorative coins as possible. And then you start maxing out the other ones. And from there, you can kind of develop your own. Go all in on one, or get to level 3 on all of them. That's what I'll probably do. Get to level 3 on all of them because that will increase the score the most with the least. One level at a time for me. That's what I'm doing because it costs so much to get up here. All right. 2 to 3 is 2. 3 to 4 is 2. 4 to 5 is 3. 5 to 6 is 3. So that's 3, 6. That's 10 total. 10 total from here. Not 500 points, but only 150 points. Man, that's so few. But you'll need to get there eventually. I know I've gone over it. I've kicked it and kicked it and kicked it like a dog. But I'm glad that we're able to see together what it takes, how much it costs as far as gold commemorative coins, the points and how they contribute to the overall score, how I found is the most effective way of getting the most points, the quickest, thus 4 to 5, thus being able to level up your ideal land as much as possible with as few coins as possible, with as much buffs as possible. All right, and so on, and so on. All right, I still have some to collect to get them to level 2, and I shall. Ornament Gallery. It's not going to tell me here. Not owned. Okay, I still have 13. That's going to be 1,300 points for me eventually. Um, ooh, we need to look at. Let's look at real quick before we expand and before we wrap this up. Let's look at what it's going to cost to take this to level 5 upgrade. We're going to need another 3,000 points. That is a lot. That is tough. That is tough. But we're going to do it. In the immediate future, 1,300 more points to get the remaining 13 to level 2 each. That's 6,320. Then I'll need 1,700 more points, and that's going to be a chore. But it's worth it because the ideal land buffs are huge on all accounts: construction speed and all troops stats. Pretty damn cool, right? I think so. I hope you think so. I hope you learned something, got excited about something. I hope you're as stoked as I am about the ideal land. Maybe you're right there. Maybe you're going to go at it another way, and you're going to be reaping the rewards. Hand over fist. All right. So much return on it. And you'll be like, whoa, I'm so close to getting this to level 3 or 4 now. Yeah, I was that close. I should not have kept leveling that up. Ah. Oh, that reminds me. We need to go back in here. See, Douglas is not popping up. Oh, it's frustrating me. All right. The egg. The egg is another one that I was like, yeah, I'm at 4 to 5 on here. 4 to 5, that's a different one we haven't seen. 3, 4 to 5, 3. We know that. We know this. All right. I'm not going to look at any other ones because I think they're all either there. I don't have any beyond 7, and I don't have any between 5 and 6. Hopefully, I get some more free win on those rolls and I have to spend less. It's because you need a shower. We got to get all that sunscreen off of us. Why don't you get some sunscreen off you? Okay, so boom, shabloips, skadoosh, and it's awesome to be back and share that together. Let's expand. Let's expand our ideal land. All right. And see what it's going to look like. We probably won't see any sort of, immediate thing. I don't know. It's added other stuff. The grid is going to increase. We see Poseidon or Triton there, or Neptune, whatever you fancy as far as mythology goes. All right. What are we going to see here? I need to spend some more gems anyways to hit some consuming returns, milestones, but we can finally, here's the total boost. Buff effect. Awesome. I think I've seen this before, but I didn't remember it. If you want to see everything you have without having to count it all, you can see. Look at that. 22,500 march size capacity with a bunch of level 2s. I understand the buffs are small. They don't seem like a lot, or this might not seem like the best place, but look at what you can do with the minimum, but the best return. In my 2 cents. Boost, expand, ideal land, 40 by 40. Will expand 4 rows outward from all sides. That's cool. Now I've got a lot of room to make it even prettier. 100,000 gems, that's a lot. And we'll see when we get to level up again. I'm assuming at level 7. I'm assuming. Yes. Shubloids! It made a cool ass noise as far as fireworks go. So many things we do in this game are like I did something awesome. And they don't even make a sound or an animation. But this one, my friends, we saw the trees blow. Typhon. All right. Aeolus. He's the god of one of the seven winds, the southern wind. All right, he blew those out of the water, and we increased 4 slots on all sides. Look at that. Oh, there's so much more room for activities. Oh, yeah, we can make this far prettier than it ever has been. And we've got more room to add more later. Yes, it cost a little bit. And let's see what the next level will cost us. Expand. That's the limit. That's the limit. The limit to win it. Your ideal land is expanded to its current limit now. The current limit, meaning I can't expand this right now. Maybe I can. Maybe I can later. Let's look at the top chart. I got these trees. It goes out to that. Top charts. You can visit this. Did you know that? Boom! 40,870. It appears that that's the highest score. It's really flipping cool. All right. You can see what people have written there. And of course, wowza, look at that. Okay, so these are worth things. We're finding that out. All right. So it appears that this is the maximum where we are now. All right. Where I have expanded it to. And that's cool. Thumbs up. Why not? Contribute. It's super cool. All right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can we look real quick? Not just in a book, but can we look to see, since we clicked on that to see the value, level 10 worth 800. Is there any gold? Look, here's gold. Nope. These golden roads are still worth 0, even though they cost 100,000 gems each. Flex, flex, my dogs. Sweet. I have all the room I can have. All right. 256.11, that's where we are as far as this adventure goes. What a cool thing. The ideal land is so in-depth and perhaps intimidating, but not anymore because we have gone through this together, you and me. We're in this together now. Okay, I did that enough to not do like one of my favorite bands, formative, like, you know, synth rock bands from the 90s, late 80s, 90s for me. Or I think the Downward Spiral. Or Teeth. Oh, I can't remember. Nine Inch Nails, love them. Okay, cool. So come on, get lucky while we're together. We're going to do a couple things real quick to take this video out because we are now ideal land enthusiasts and experts. But we need a Douglas. I need 2. We've got 1 day left. Robert the Bruce has popped up 4 times since we've done that. You know, it's just how the cookie ding dang crumbles. We didn't look at the detail here. It went up 5% everywhere. I don't remember. Oh, 602 something, right? Yeah, we're seeing it in real time. Ah, interesting. This was 597.5. Those didn't increase 5%. Where is it going to be reflected? I will be able to look in the video previously. I wonder, did they update anything as far as like all troops and stuff? These didn't go up. The attacking did not go up because it's not attacking technically. It looks like the buff was added here to the flat across the board. That makes sense. That makes total sense. Of course, it's not going to add 5 to every one because it's not specifically attacking. It's going to add an all troops to the base one, the standard across the board ground troop attack. All of these did go up 5%. Pretty dang sure. There have been a few bugs lately, so perhaps, but I highly doubt it. I think that's where it went. Okay. But you could check the footage eventually and see if that is indeed true. We have, with that expansion, gone over our 4 million mark. Thank you. Okay, and our sprint ranking, We barely went up at all. We're not going to get in the top 100, but that's okay. Using it now, it's not a whole lot of speed ups later, even though the next event is going to have speed ups. Let's see here. Do you know what happened? Do you know what I got my hands on the other day when I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to do this, go through some of my inventory. I'm lonely and I've been holding on to this. I was going to do some. Y'all saw me get Toyotomi Hideyori. Okay, that was awesome. I got from the new update in the gem store, which I'm not going to do a video on, but go check it out. I'm sure you have. I used a General Hall 3 tickets, please. And I landed Arthur Wellesley. Finally, one of these rare bad boys. I still need King Kong. All right, King Kong, and say Sean again to unlock another art treasure. But boy, goodness gracious, sweet sassy molassy, was that a huge pull? Thanks DMV Pride for giving me that lingo. Massive pull, Arthur Wellesley, so I could get the goodies there. Need 2 more there, and I need Martin to complete that and unlock another art treasure. Art treasure. All right. This activation requirement in ground or in city ground, that's Martin. And this, when attacking debuffs and ground troop, it's an interesting one. This gold cup of eternal stability. Okay. That requires King Kong and Sei Shonigan. But Arthur Wellesley off of the list to get ever closer because of this really ding dang cool update to our gem store. Keep scrolling over and look at what's available now. This is insane. Okay. You can buy, redeem with your gems so much stuff. Now they are limited, and I have no idea if they are permanently limited or if they are going to be refreshed every quarter or something. But this General Hall 3, okay, for 96,000 gems, got me a general that would cost you $500 all triple couponed at least during special events only. That's how valuable that was. That's how lucky I got. And that's what we have access to now. It's awesome. Some of these items, I've got no idea what they're for. I don't know if they are server specific. I don't know if they will be updated eventually, but I did purchase some of them. Look, you can even get a Glory General Epic Historic Tickets, please, for 96,000. That's amazing too. I'm going to kick myself if I don't get it now and then it gets refreshed, but I don't know. I'd rather not spend it right now and then wait. I did a lucky box. Hey, be careful. Okay. This Christmas surprise box. What's in it? Click it. Might not be worth it. That's a lot. This officer's skill book. I screwed the pooch on that one. I don't even want to talk about it. This debuff one was awesome. I got a level 4 debuff on that one. And I put it on one of my subsidy generals. Didn't replace the one I wanted it to, but still, it's a really good one. You've got super safe resources. There are a bunch of unique things. A Hephaestus hammer, one at a time. It doesn't seem to me that one of these at a time is worth it at all, because you need these increments of these items at such a specific number. You're never going to get 4 and then need one more. You know what I mean? You need 5 of these Hephaestus hammers to construct this subsidy historical spectacle. Well, you're never going to get just 4 hammers to only need to buy 1. So these one of one, they're not worth it to me because it's not enough. Kleos, you have a 0.1% chance of getting all 30 fragments to summon him. You got to get real lucky on that one. Now, if that's something you do and they refresh, get them every time you can and then open them all at once, if you can. All right. Governance merit box. Hopefully some of you get lucky with these governance boxes. Why? Because they have a small percent with these ones, but an even higher percent chance here. Master Craftsman, boom. to get an officer equipment scroll chest. 6% officer equipment scroll. Hospital ring, officer. This could be a way to get these, if you're super lucky, for little to nothing, just depending on your gem stage, right? Martinus Athena, Art Treasure. I did all these and got nothing. So you didn't miss out on anything there. Kleos, you know what? One of the Lazarad, let's do it. Let's get it and see what we get. This Douglas, I don't want just one. It's frustrating because I need 30 of them. If I get anything less, it's almost a waste of 4,800 gems, but I'll spend 4,800 gems just refreshing it to see if he's there. So it's a wash, right? Hey, let's do it together. All right, these other things, click them. If you haven't redeemed them, you'll be able to see what's in them, and they're very cool. All right, let's see here. Then we get into some specific event things. The rare gold helmet. It's only one, right? This master craftsman. Hey, frog it. Let's do it. Okay, there's a golden ship wheel there. All right, that can help. This general memento, no idea. No idea what it's used for. I mean, I know what it's used for. Redeem any available in a general event. I don't know how many you need, and I don't know if it's ever active. I got it because it was cheap, but I can't use it. There's nowhere or no way to use it yet. This Sasanian Dinar was specific to one event, one of the main events, like I think the Starry Pilgrimage 2026. I think Star Blue Coin. Never seen it. It looks like this was probably for Hermes. You know, limited recruit. One more. I bought the legendary key of conscription for 300 gems, but I've got no legendary great general chest in the tavern. I've never seen it. I've got no idea what it is. All right, shopping spree chest. You can, get something there. That's one of the events. Shopping spree mystery box. Ooh, better stuff in there. All right. General's invitation, one of them. Noble coin 1. That's not going to even get you one spin. You need 10 or 5 for one spin. So this is where I'm thinking maybe these will be refreshed eventually. But it will turn into noble coin chest after the event ends. So even if it does refresh, it'll expire and go away first. We haven't seen the end of all of this yet. Okay, it's interesting what is going to happen or if anything else is going to develop. One ticket can do something for you in the dwarfs. Hey, that's going on right now. You only need to do one to one. All right. Mysterious. That one's pretty cool, possibly. Treasure scroll. What's that? That is for the, I think, the desert bandits. Okay. Here's a King Solomon fragment chest. 96,000 for one of those? No thanks. One alchemical coin. What is one going to do for you? That's my question. A general hall chest. This is a good one to get for 600 because it gives you the general invitations. Golden bow, one of them. You can do something with that. A lucky raffle ticket. Why not? Now we're entered in it. We got a participation one on the last day. We'll see. One dragon soul leaf doesn't help. You've got to get at least 10 to spin it. I think you need 10 to spin it once. Giant's pickaxe will help. Treasure key. This is for I think the sealed imperial seal. One treasure key doesn't get you anything. You can't even open. We got the Poseidon's Day. Every item there. Ooh, this is good. A Star Trail coin. 50 is a lot though. Magic dice is good. This 10 of these does help. 10 expedition lanterns. This general exchange fragment. Very, very interesting. That's for the. Not going to go into that. Trailblazing orb. You can finally do the dataless maze for free. This is weird. The Covenant summon token. One is not going to do anything for you except get you a fragment. You get it, then you redeem it in your inventory, and it allows you to choose from a list of generals that are on some covenants. Not all of them. Some of them cost 1 summon token. Tickets, please, per fragment. Some of them cost 3. So there's varying values. So I got these for science sake, for posterity's sake, but some of them I can't use. I've never seen this before. Imperial Decree emblem. Okay. Brazen Voucher. We haven't seen that one in a little while. Champions token, only one. You might be there. 10 of these is helpful, but that's a lot. 420,000. All right. There were two that I was really wondering about getting because there's so much, and I don't want to use all of my gems. I want to save them for other things. What are those? I'm hoping y'all bring me some good luck like you have before from the future into the past. Let's take a look, not just in a book, but these level fours. I don't recommend it because you can't get enough of them to compose them higher. Not yet, at least as far as I know. Anyways, that's a quick thing. Lear, cavalry, forge, master. God, come on, where are you? Where are you? This is five. Five's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. You need 10, at least 10. I don't know how you could be 5 short unless you used 15 to upgrade from Parthian to Apollo. Sacrificial coin, 1, not really helpful. Ooh, rare pack is good. These are good. This is all good. Come on, here we go. This flexible specialty box, 66.67% to get 100 runestones. Bummer, but a 33.33 chance to get a flexible specialty. That is huge. It's 180,000. I think it's too rich for my blood right now. I want to save that perhaps till the next event, because if I spend another 180, it's not going to get me closer to using a certain amount of gems in the consuming event. That's how my mind works. That's what I think we should think about. My suggestion: are you close to, making that 2 million or 4 million mark? Okay, go for it. If not, and you're just spending more than 4 million, you got to get to 8 million to get anything back. So I consider more gems spent after that to be a waste, and better off saved until another event, which gets you closer to more milestone rewards. Does that make sense? I have this, but it's just going to be 180,000 more than I need to spend right now, and it's not going to get me anything except for a chance to get this specialty. It's worth it when the time comes. 10 of these, definitely worth it. And here is a legit flexible specialty box, which is 500,000. Those two are worth it at their own particular time. Not going to get it right now because we did some other stuff, but boy, howdy, gee willikers, gosh darned it, this is cool. Stay tuned. Who knows what else is going to be there? Let's go and get into our inventory and see what we can possibly acquire again. If you've never seen it before, this is what Arthur Wellesley looks like. Rarest of the rare, if you will. It's incredible. It's amazing. I can't believe it. Reasonably potent, as far as being, an assistant general too. So go for it. What are the specialties? Range troop defense. All right, standard. No sort of march buffs or anything like that. No covenant, but he's pretty good. All things considered, as far as his capabilities to assist you. All right. Wow, what an accomplishment we did there. Let's end on a shebang. What did I do here? War medal. I didn't do anything. Let's end on a shebang. Shebang. Because I got to move on to some other things. But here are a few things that we redeemed in that store while we were there together. Here's a fortune box. Let's get that military strategist historical chest. 2% chance if we get it to the top. %2 chance to get the military strategist optional box. 40% supremacy, 40% conquest scroll fragment. Whew. Yes! That's the one I want if I'm not getting the military strategist box. Boy, it would have been cool, but that is awesome too. We were lucky to get there. It's a 40% chance to get that one. That's the one we want. Thank you, friends, for that luck so far. Here we go. Douglas, I need 30 of them, so I only need to recruit them one more time. Please. Ha! I'm not surprised. 4,000 gems. Ah, well. Now here's the one. Here's the one. That's a huge for one. One is not going to do us any good, but hey, maybe someday we'll get the other 29.1% chance. I'll be gosh darn, wouldn't it be cool? Ah, we got one. That's all right. That's all right. We've already done so well. Master Craftsman box. Here's where we got a reasonably good chance to get an awesome, awesome scholarship. Oh, that would be cool. We got a master crafting event right now. 6% chance. You know what? I mean, why not us? Why not? 3, 2, 1, show points. I hope those refresh because I would love to try that again. 6% on a really good officer equipment item is legit, too legit, to quit, as the young people say. Halfway to another piece of supremacy equipment. That's awesome. Oh, my earbuds have given me the noise indicating that they are on their last legs. It's perfect time. Got to run errands. Got to do other jazz matage. Let's see. Is there anything else that I've been holding on to? Wait, with you, with you. Here's that covenant summon token. You click it, you open, and then it gives you all these options. Tells you what you own, tells you how much of these things you need to get one fragment. Not all of the covenant generals are there, so it's very, pick and choose. You might even have all of them already because a lot of them are from the tavern. All right, we're not going to do any lucky hunters. All right, I'm not going to do any other ones. I don't think I have anything else that I've saved. I'm sorry. That's it. That's all she wrote. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. No other rarities. I'll come through and cash in all my other stuff another time. Bummer. Kind of hoping that we had some other stuff to do. All right. It is. It is. It is. What do you call it? A trial of nights right now. All right. 27. I'm still. God dang! I thought I could form another one. It's trial of night still. I've got a fair amount of these tickets, please. Fair amount meaning 5. For the immediate future, essentially, I'm only going to be recruiting with these glories. I'm not going to now because I don't need Lafayette nor want him. My ground game is fine, but I do need to use these epic historic general premium tickets, please, because um, I've got generals that I need to. I need one more Mark Antony right now. I really, really do. I need 2 Baldwins. I don't know if I can get it, but the percentages are better now because they have removed some. All right. I'll probably get 5 Lafayettes, but who knows? One of the Landsrat. We're gonna do this. Nah. This video is long. I don't know if anybody's gonna stick around. Sorry, we'll do it another time. Another time. All right. Pretty cool. I gotta end. I got stuff to do. I keep saying that. This is what we did. We did it. Hooray. Lohisimos. I'm partway back, halfway back. Be patient with me, please. Y'all mean the world to me. We're going to accomplish some really cool stuff soon. Um, uh, Probably be another 3 months or so, 2 months at least, until we have another chance at that Caesar skin. But we got to do it. Maybe the cake will look better for us then too. So maybe we'll have a decoration with it, and we'll really rake it in. So it's like kismet, meant to be serendipity. I don't know, but I'm going to post these things eventually. It might take me a little bit. It'll be past the event, of course, but you'll be prepared for next time. And at least we got to spend some good time with each other. Bear with me as I put chapters in there. All that stuff. I'm not going to go on anymore. You've listened to me long enough. My kids their ears are bleeding because I won't stop talking. My gosh. Be good to each other. Be good to yourselves and be good to each other. Um, and, you know, I'll be at 100% to be there for you more. Right now, it's about all I can offer. But I can't thank you enough for being part of this community. Ebony, TKR, It's a Life with Otel. Soon to be back to Ebony TKR, It's the R5 Life with Leto. I am Leto II, who will be again the R5 of the Landsrat on server 1834, and Ebony, the King's Return. Turn. Super, super cool. I love you, piano. That was not meant to happen. I'm sorry. I never do that. I'm embarrassed. I love it. Peace. Bug.